Hey, loungers. I hope everybody is doing as great as I am this evening. Listen, guys, since I have a little bit of time this evening and I do not have to start work tomorrow until pretty late, I decided to go ahead and address Stefan Gitano's motherfucking racist ass, okay? Since he thinks he wants to come back and try to gaslight the sector in regards to the black community and how much, he loves to respect black women and how he has all this love and respect for the community. Okay. So we are definitely going to see today whether or not that is the case. Okay. We are definitely going to go over Miss Stephanie Gatano's racist past. Okay. And some of the things that he has said to the sector in regards to black people and how he really feels about black people. Okay. We're also going to spend a brief amount of time kind of going over some things that Anti-Afro has said recently, okay? And why that is hypocritical of her to be saying these things. And then we're going to go over her actual page and compare that to a video that I did recently that she actually tried to strike my channel over, okay? We're going to go over that video a little bit and kind of talk about what was happening on her community wall and, well, pretty much on her page altogether and what some of those videos were. And then we're going to compare that to what is going on with her channel today, okay? And whether or not she is an actual hypocrite in this situation. Definitely appreciate all of you for being in the building. I know that this is a pop-up live, but as y'all know here in the lounge, that is kind of what we do, okay? Sometimes we plan them, sometimes we don't, okay? And in all honesty, I really wasn't planning on going live tonight. I had actually, intended to work early, but it looked like I was able to do that a little bit late tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that, which gives me some time to go ahead and spend with you guys. Had a great time today with you guys in the sector. Shout out to Propane. He had a great show this evening. Really enjoyed that. And there were a lot of funny things that came out on that show that I kind of want to talk about too. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Definitely appreciate you guys. Hey, beautiful Redbone. Happy birthday, Redbone. I appreciate you being in the building. Everyone make sure that they wish Redbone some happy birthdays out here. Slander God, definitely appreciate you as well. And KKC, I appreciate you for being in the building as well, guys. Okay. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get right into this right now. Again, make sure you guys do hit the like button on the way in. And again, I appreciate everybody that is in the clouds as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Teresa, I appreciate you being in the building as well, sis. Shout out to you as well as Carrie Ann. I appreciate you being in the building as well. And everybody else that is in the clouds. Again, make sure you guys are hitting the like button so we can get this out to the algorithm. Yes, I know you cannot see the likes count, but that is okay. I can see it and so can YouTube, okay? So they know who is engaging and what's going on with these videos, okay? And this is how those videos get out to the masses. So I do appreciate you guys when you guys do bang that like button for you. Shout out to you guys as well for the Survivor series that is now at 4.6 thousand views on the playlist. So shout out to y'all. Hats off to y'all. I truly appreciate that. The AFW Survivor Series are undefeated out here. No matter what these AFWs run around and try to do, it's just not going to work, okay? But either way, what I want to do right now is I want to get right into this because the Stefan video is going to be a little bit longer. So I want to first talk about Anti and what is going on with her. So what I first want to do is present my screen, and I want to share with you guys Anti-Afro's actual community wall, okay? Because she said some things on this community wall that I found hilarious, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and share that with you guys now so that you guys will be able to see what she has recently said in the past 3 days. Shout out to Anti-Afro, okay, and her hypocritical self and how many times she, just kind of spews and spills all over her own words and, and just kind of says things, just, striking out at people and talking shit about the people in the sector, not realizing that every time she points a finger at somebody else, there's always 3 fingers pointing back at her, okay? So Anti said 3 days ago, if there's no wrongdoing, then there's no need to mass purge content. The timing of mass purging is always interesting. As for channels that were deleted, the offending content was retained long before YouTube zapped the channels. Save it content for a rainy day, so goes the saying. It works just as well when storms come rolling through. Hashtag lightning strikes again. Okay, well, child, I guess today is your day to be caught up in that lightning storm, okay? Because what we are going to do today is take a look at your past, okay? And what is going on with your page. Because it seems to me when I went to go look for something that I know that I have, but I wanted to take the quick way and just grab it right from your page, it turns out that that shit is gone, okay? So let me give you guys a little bit of a context of what I'm talking about. So me and Stargate, a.k.a. Starfish, a.k.a. Star Crunch, right? We had a conversation the other day, and what I told Stargate is that there is an actual receipt out here of Anti telling the people to call the FBI on her and Max V, okay, behind this Thailand thing. She kept claiming that Max V and Stargate were in cahoots with running children in a sex trafficking ring in Thailand, and she expected the people to actually contact the FBI over this situation. It was because Max V had a guy named Big Man. I'm pretty sure most of the old school sector people, the people that's been around for several years, remember Big Man, okay? Big Man had said some very vile things on Max V's channel, and he said these things not just there. He used to say these things in Lennon Honors chat. He used to say these things everywhere, okay? When Anti kind of fell out with everybody and nobody was fucking with her no more, she decided that she was going to take whatever, anybody that had him on their panel and try to run with these narratives about these people, okay? So basically what she wanted us to do was to call the FBI on Stargate and call the FBI on Max V because they, were allegedly running a sex trafficking ring of children out of Thailand. Now that we know that, okay, I do have that actual receipt, but I didn't feel like digging through my archives. I just kind of wanted to go and find it real fast and just toss it up here, okay? But ultimately speaking, as I was looking for it, which I saw it maybe 2 weeks ago, right, when I was looking at some other things on Anti while we were doing the Survivor series, when I should have just took it then, but I didn't take it. I just put it I knew I had it in my archives because it was sent to me, okay, a while ago. So I'll just go back and get that out a little bit later on. But either way, as I was looking, I noticed that there was a lot of videos, a whole lot of videos. I'm talking about about Stargate, right? Remember all those videos about Binary and his job and how, all those people that were from, the Roosevelt School District down there in Arizona were all over these thumbnails and everything else. And we had kind of went through that on that video that we did that Anti tried to strike, right? And that she tried to get my channel removed over when the beef sector was looking at whether Binary was trying to set up the beef sector, right? So during that video, I was kind of scrolling through Anti's page and kind of showing you guys all the stuff that she was trying to do the Binary. In the midst of that, there was a couple of those videos about Stargate in there as well. Well, child, long and behold, all those videos after this conversation that I had with Stargate the other day, where Stargate was like, she never said that about me. And everybody in the chat was like, oh, yes, she did, right? All of a sudden, even though Anti doesn't watch any of our videos, right? Even though she does not hang out in any of these demon chats and demon platforms and all this other stuff, right? Suddenly, all those videos are gone, guys. And we're going to prove it today. So let's go ahead and we'll go to the next screen. What I'm going to do first is, hold on, let me go to the next screen. Hold on. We're going to share this tab instead, okay? Now, what I want you guys to do, hold on. Hold on, let me remove that real quick. Take that down. I want to make sure you guys can see this. Okay, you guys can see it. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys this video that I did. And shout out to YouTube for being on my side of fair use with this video, okay? That Anti's attorney was not able to find anything that they could fight me over with this video, okay? We're going to go ahead and take a look at this and kind of see some of the videos that were on here. And let's look at the date of this video that I did this, okay? We did this video a month ago on, let's see, on July 1st, 2024, okay? So today is August 14th, 2024, okay? So it's been about a good month and a half, I would say, right? That's fair to say that it's been about a month and a half since we did this video, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look what Anti's community wall looked like a month and a half ago and what it looks like today. And let's compare that to what she's saying, that, all of us demons are doing with our channels, okay? With the cab county. This is the same behavior that she did then. Let's play a little bit of this, a little bit of these things under fair use. Let me go ahead and start with this one. It says binary code prompted reminders, the origins of Black people. Well, we're not going to talk about that one. We're going to do binary castaways, race attacks complaints, okay? Anti-Afro is moving forward with complaints against binary code, his race and gender attacks with all laws, regulations, and policies applicable to education. Let's take a look at this one real quick. Then fair use. I'm going to go back again. We're going to watch as much as... I'm going to go ahead and pull this back again because I kind of want to see, again, I want you guys to see what was on this community wall about a month, on this page about a month and a half ago, okay? And then we're going to compare that to what she's doing now. So let me go ahead and play that again. 25% Asian. He feels that the 25% of his Asian is somehow superior to this Black woman. Yet he has the same position that she has at school, okay? And the same thing happened to him for his school. And I'm going to remind him of that. We're going to go ahead and remove this branding, and I'm going to go ahead and present my screen because I want him to see what I see, okay? And I want you guys to see what I see as well. So let me go ahead and remove this because we're going to go ahead and show binary. Exactly what he went through. Now notice on this screen, guys, okay? This video right here where we're talking about Stargate's power of persuasion, epic fail, right? Then there's some videos on Umar Johnson, videos about ADOS or in plantation, right? Let's keep going real quick. Just 2 years ago, this was 2 years ago now, that Anti had pictures of the people that are at Dr. Binary School, that are part of the school board. Notice these videos, guys. And this one right here, we've got this one with binary. We've got this with binary, right? On the thumbnail, just like she did with those people in Tucker, right? Just like she did with DeKalb County. This is the same behavior that she did then. Let's play a little bit of this, a little bit of these things. Now, we don't even have to play that because I just wanted you guys to see for yourselves that I'm not making this up, okay? I did this video on July 1st, 2024, and I showed everybody that day what was on Anti-Afro Svengali's community on her actual page, okay? The videos that were on her page. Now, what I want you guys to notice is how the videos say that these videos were from 2 years ago, okay? You guys notice all of these videos that we're looking at here, right? All say from 2 years ago, all right? Keep that in mind while we go ahead on to the next screen. And bear with me just a moment. And you know what? We're going to share this one again because we're going to read again what Anti just said 3 days ago. If there's no wrongdoing, then there's no need to mass purge content. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll have to call him back. Okay. So if there's no wrongdoing, then there's no need to mass purge content, okay? The timing of mass purging is always interesting. As for channels that were deleted, the offending content was retained long before YouTube zapped the channels. Save it content for a rainy day. So goes the saying. It works just as well when storms come rolling through. Let me give you a like on that, Anti, because I didn't like that. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and like that for you today because I think you're right, right? Hashtag lightning strikes again, okay? Because we are going to go now to your current page, all right? We're going to go over here to what your current page says. And as you guys see, I'm looking at videos that were from what? 2 years ago, okay? So let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit because I want to make sure that I scroll all the way through this. Okay, so here we are, guys, at 1 year ago, okay? You guys can see that we're looking at videos from 1 year ago. Let's start scrolling. Let's start scrolling. So this starts the 2-year mark right here, okay? Where she's talking about beautiful Bernice. And then we're going to go through, we're going to look and see, and just kind of see what's on here, okay? And we're going to see if we can find any of those videos that were on there a month and a half ago, okay? While lightning is striking the AFWs, all right? We even have one video here where it says sneak attack, right? I remember that video being shown on the previous video we just looked at, all right? Let's go ahead and keep going. Because do you guys see any videos at all about Stargate and her being a whore and Stargate other than this one right here, where she talks about Stargate assesses the creepy massage terrorist, right? Where she's actually talking about when Stargate had talked about Alan Logic, okay? And I'm going to talk about that too for a second while we're here. Shout out to Alan Logic for jumping up on Propane's panel today, right? Trying to windmill for the AFWs, okay? This is just amazing how these people who the AFWs have dragged for filth, right? Who have, they have doxed, who have put out information about their families, about their wives and all this stuff. These people are literally coming out of the woodwork right now to windmill alongside of Anti-Afro, right? It is so amazing how you came up there to defend Stargate, yet when Stargate jumped right back down your throat today, okay, I had to say it. Like, I thank God for this because, you know, it's just funny. This is what you get for trying to windmill for them, Alan, okay? But this is what Stargate was saying about you. So 2 years ago, after Anti had finally softened the heart of Stargate to come to her side and come to her aid, this is what she said about Stargate, okay? So let's remember that video. Let's keep going. But shout out to Alan. He gets the Coon of the Year award, okay, for that you tried today, trying to become friends with Professor Cupcake, the racist, as well as trying to become friends with Stargate, okay? And she did what? Threw you under the bus once again, sir, okay? You get the Coon of the Year award. But let's go ahead and keep going. Let's keep looking here, okay? Let's see if we can find any of those videos, right? Where we're still in the 2-year mark, okay? So we haven't gone past that yet. Where Anti had attempted to contact Binary's job, where Anti had the photos of the people from Binary's, Roosevelt School District on her thumbnails, like we were just looking at, right? Where Anti had talked about Big Man, right? And to call the FBI, right? Where Anti had talked about Stargate. No, all I'm seeing is, videos about Dr. Nikki. I'm seeing video after video after video about Dr. Nikki, video after video after video about let me see your transcript, even though she claims, right, that, all of these people are doing her so wrong, and they are all, attacking her and doing all these things to her. But let's take a look, right? Because I'm looking hard, guys. I'm looking real hard here. We're still in the 2-year mark. We're still in the 2-year mark, guys, okay? I'm looking real hard, guys. Real hard. I see Carrie Ann. I see, who's this? I see Umar Johnson, Brown Sugar Baby, Breaking the Culture, Anti and Nikki, Verla. What else am I seeing? Legal updates, propane. I'm seeing all this stuff, right? Where are those videos? This is the only one. The only one here that I see. There's another one too, but there's this one where she had replayed a video by Angie's, I forgot what her name is. It's Angie's something or Angie's Love or something like that. She's over there from the church sector. Shout out to her. She be coming around every now and then. But she definitely did a video on D. Durrell and Stargate after the whole Conscious TV kerfuffle and the ghetto over there that Conscious TV did, where Stargate basically bombed on, trying to expose Breaking the Culture, and she had the wrong receipts, okay? But yeah, so that's one video that we're talking about, Stargate, right? But let's keep going. Let's keep going. You missed that one. You missed that one, Anti, okay? You might want to take that one down too, okay? Let's keep going, though. Let's keep going, all right? Because so far, this is the other one, right? This is the one where Anti had talked about Stargate's witness intimidation, okay? Because, this is when Stargate and Binary were running around, windmilling around the beat, windmilling around our sector, telling all the women how wrong we were, right? For not standing up for Binary, the same way that Stargate was when she was trying to windmill for him being able to touch women without their consent, right? Which is the video we were kind of just looking at. But this is a video in response to that from Anti, okay? And then, how Anti was trying to call his job and all these other things. Yeah, Anti, you forgot this particular video too. You might want to take that one down as well, okay? Let's go ahead, though, and keep going. Let's see if we can find any of these videos, because so far all I'm seeing is D. Durrell. I'm seeing Let Me See Your Transcript, all these crazy rogue videos about her. I'm seeing LV. I'm seeing Brown Sugar Baby again. Like, where are these videos that Anti-Afro Svengalis, where are those videos that you were talking about taking Binary's job, contacting his job, contacting these people, all these terrible things that he did to you? Because keep in mind, we're still in the 2 years, guys, okay? We got Photon and Carrie. We got, what we got here? We got Glorion. We got Me and Mines. We got Corey. And now, Corey, how she was talking about how you are a liar, right? And all your false accusations, right, Corey? Keep that in mind, Corey, okay? When she's got you out here throwing that sexy man, Laquan, under the bus, okay? While what she really felt about you and your wife, okay? But let's go ahead and keep going, right? We got Glorion, we got all this stuff. Weed smoking and bombshells. You remember this one? You remember that one, Shakim, when she was trying to say that was your house, right? Yeah. Yeah, we got all kind of shit in here, child. Where are them videos? We got the beautiful Bernice again. We got Glorion. We got the welfare fraud update on Shakim and how he was selling food stamps on Facebook, right? Y'all remember all that, right? Let's see. What else we got here? We got D. Durrell, the public, quote unquote, public threats, right? Oh, her name is Angie's Angle. Okay, that's what that is. Shout out to her. All right, so we got that. We got Glorion again. Star Gax needs a new name. Child, didn't I tell you, Stargate, she had a bunch of names for you? Don't ever call me a liar again, okay? Don't ever call me that. Yes, honey, she had a bunch of names for you. Anti, you might want to take this one down too, okay? We have identified 3 videos that you still haven't removed, okay? But let's go ahead and keep going. Let's keep going because I'm still in the 2 years, right? I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything here. We got more Nikki, more let me see your transcript. I mean, who is the one that is obsessed here? Like, this is nuts, right? We got Smoke. We got, what we got? We got everybody that she talking about. Here we go. 2 videos in a row on let me see your transcript, right? We got this video of how wonderful Rev G's ass is and somebody about Nikki Proctor Walden with Annie. And I mean, we got all kinds of stuff in here, but where are these videos, guys? Where are these damn videos of her contacting this man's job? Where is it? We got this right here with let me see your transcript. Here is the closest thing I see about binary code and him being a rogue public servant, okay? But we remember what we just looked at, right? Where, you know, we had all these videos and pictures of people that actually work at the Roosevelt School District there in Phoenix, Arizona, right? We had all those people, you know, where binary works, you know, just posted all over Anti's page, right? Well, let's look at that again, because I want to make sure that I'm not seeing this wrong, right? I want to make sure that I'm seeing this correctly. Let's take a look at that video one more time, guys. Let's take a look, okay? Because I don't want to be wrong about this. I want to make sure that I'm seeing what I'm seeing, okay? Yeah, let's go back again, because keep in mind, y'all see it, 2 years, right? We're all in the 2-year mark, and this video was only a month and a half ago, okay? Let's go back a little bit so we can make sure that we're looking correctly. All right. Let's play that. What I see as well. So let me go ahead and remove this because we're going to go ahead and show binary. Exactly what he went through. Yeah. Just see that 2 years ago. This was 2 years. See that Stargate video? Did y'all see that? Didn't we just look at this video on there, guys, with the ADOS freedom, right? Didn't we just see that on the other page, on the page that's there today, right? Where are all these other videos at, Anti? While you're telling us this, while you sitting up telling us this bullshit right here, you know what I mean? Like with all this hypocrisy right here, you know what I'm saying? Where you're saying, you know, if there's wrongdoing, then there's no need to mass purge content. The timing of mass purging is always interesting, isn't it, Anti? As for channels that were deleted, the offending content was retained long before YouTube zapped the channels. Yeah, see, your content was retained long before you took this shit down, okay? Now, let's go back again. Let's take a look again, because I want to make sure that I got this right, okay? I want to make sure that we're doing this right, okay? Let's play this video one more time while we're looking at your past. Because keep in mind, we already looked at and scrolled past this video right here, okay? We already scrolled past that, and we didn't see any of these things. Let's keep going. Now, that Anti had pictures of the people that are at Dr. Or at Dr. Binary School, you know, that are part of the school board on the thumbnail, just like she did with those people in Tucker, right? Just like she did with DeKalb County. This is the same behavior that she did then. Let's play a little bit of this, a little bit of these things under. No, we're gonna go and move forward.
I'm sick of your ass, bro.
At some more of
her needs to beat your motherfucking ass. And this is the same motherfucker that's gonna send you $200. You fuck bitch.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings by bringing up childhood abuse.
Let's take a look. Here's another video that she did and talked about the name of the school, Valley View Behavior Matrix, right? Went over here and had more photos. She got him up as the biggest loser. Here's another picture of somebody else at the district. Yeah, so she spent a great deal of time posting these people because she didn't like binary. And this is how dangerous this bitch is. This is the kind of stuff that she does. With Roosevelt School District, she did the same thing. Now, as we can see at the top of here, this is definitely Anti's page, okay? We're not making that up. Now let's go back over again and look at her current page. Let's see what she's got on there, because again, we don't want to be wrong, guys, right? We don't want to be making stuff up. We come with receipts these days, right? We don't run around here just saying stuff. We don't run around here just telling people shit, right? No, we have fucking receipts when we come to the table, okay? We're not like the AFWs. We don't have to make stuff up, right? Let's go ahead and share this again. Let's take a look at her tab today, okay? Let's take a look, because we're still in the 2-year mark where we're looking for and searching high and low for those videos that she that she scrubbed from her page. But I thought you said that if there's no wrongdoing, you don't have to do that, right? Why are all these people doing all this wrongdoing and having all these things scrubbed from their page, but yet it turns out to be you scrubbing your page? Isn't that a bitch? Look at this shit. Let's look. Do y'all see any of these videos where she had Stargate with the dick on her face, you know, hanging from the dick, right? Where she had Stargate, you know, talking all this crazy shit about her, right? Where she wanted the FBI to be called on Stargate and Max V, right? Where she was contacting Binary's job, right? Having all their photos all over her YouTube page, right? But yet she's saying that if you take videos down, right? If you scrub videos from your page, that somehow spells that there's a crime being committed. That somehow spells that there's something wrong here, right? I'm going to scroll through the entire 2 years because I want you guys to see what I see, okay? See, we're not going to pretend with her. Again, I see the beautiful Bernice. I see Nikki Proctor-Walden. I see Umar Johnson, Dee Durrell. Where are those videos, of you? There's Eyes Antonia. Where are those videos of you threatening to take this man down? Responds to even Remix made it, right? You still here. We got TCTV on here. We got Umar Johnson. We got Glorion Murray. We got all kinds of stuff on here. We even got, we got One Brother Polite video, child. All right. Shout out to Anti. She actually went after another scammer. We're going to go ahead and give her that, okay? So that's her history of actually going after one scammer, right? Which is Brother Polite, right? Let's go ahead, though. Let's keep going because I want to make sure that I'm going through this whole thing. I don't want to be, half-assed doing this. I don't want this to be like, see, here we go. We talking about Carrie Ann again. Carrie. All these people that she claims are harassing her, and Professor Cupcake is saying everybody's harassing her, but yet she got a comment on all these videos, right? Talking about all this shit, but when a motherfucker come back and slap the fire out of her fucking throat that her doctor broke, right? Now she want to be in her bag about some shit, right? But like I said, see, now we're at the 3-year mark, guys. Okay, see? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Did y'all see any of those videos that we showed a month and a half ago on Anti's page? The last video from 2 years ago was about Carrie, right? And then, oh, well, let me see your transcript, okay? So that was the last video she had from 2 years ago. Everything else was 3 years or more. So, Anti, I'm not sure what you think is normal in regards to this matter, right? I'm not sure what you think is okay in regards to this situation, but it's kind of your fault while you're telling us this whole bullshit about, if there's no wrongdoing, then there's no need to mass purge content, because so far, the only person that I have seen and now have documented is you actually mass purging your channel, okay? Because of the bullshit that you have done, okay? Because of the fact that you can be sued. And the fact that we still already have it on file is a wonderful thing, okay? So shout out to the gods for putting that on video just a month and a half ago, because I think you just didn't realize that all of that shit was on there, okay? And now, when we're going back and looking for some other things, it turns out that you have mass purged your entire page, okay? I know that everything from like 6 months and older on your community wall is gone. And now we have evidence that you are also mass purging your videos as well. So shout out to you. You are the real MVP of the year, okay? When it comes to bullshit, when it comes to lies, besides Stefan, okay? Y'all newest member, okay? Which we about to go ahead and usher him into, the ranks of the AFWs tonight, okay? But shout out to you for being, that top-notch liar, okay? That top-notch gaslighter, okay? That comes out here with the bullshit. And yes, bitch, Black Lounge is the ones to deliver that lightning strike to your motherfucking ass tonight, okay? Don't play with me, bitch. Now, let's go ahead. Let me look into the chat real quick. I'm going to say hi to all of y'all. And then we are going to get into the next part of this video. Let me go ahead and pull up the chats. Again, shout out to you guys. I appreciate all of y'all for being in the building. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button, please. I appreciate all of you guys in the clouds and everybody that is in the chat. Everybody says happy birthday to Redbone. Shout out to y'all for that. Appreciate that. And you said, oh, snap. Yep, appreciate you, Carrie, for being in the building. In my opinion, what's good, Defrauding? I appreciate you being in the building as well. You said, beautiful. I have no time to say hi. I'm too busy attacking and protecting all the men. Yeah, of course, right? We ain't got no time for this shit. We got to protect all the niggas out here, okay? Wow, okay. I'm just saying, like, we show receipts around here. We don't just talk shit and just talk about people and do all this other bullshit and make up stuff and hope that everybody and demand everybody believes us without the receipts, right? We're going to go ahead and show you evidence of these things and how this stuff actually, this is stuff that they are actually doing, okay? So let's go ahead and keep going. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm looking at everybody's comments. I appreciate all of y'all for being in the building. Hey, Slander, appreciate you being in the building. Josephine, I appreciate you as well. You said, then where the fuck is their shit? Right, I'm just saying, right? Like, where is all y'all content if you, Breaking the Culture, Rev G, Remix, all of y'all are always scrubbing your page. So I'm not sure what this whole thing is that you are always throwing out, but we can prove the opposite is true with you, okay? And that's just that. Like, it just is what it is, honey, okay? Like I said, we have receipts around here. We do not play them fucking games, and that's just that. You said, it's almost Virgo season. We celebrating all of September. Shout out to y'all, all the Virgos coming out. Appreciate all of y'all for coming out. And let's see. You said, Joe, every day is Virgo season. You said we let them share the month individually, honey. Okay. You said Big Man sounded like he stink real bad. Okay, I remember that too, right? You said, what about when Stargate said she participated in polygamy and she eats cat, but the woman didn't like her and didn't want her part of the relationship. Yeah, and what she ended up trying to tell people is none of that was true. We made that up about her. And then shout out to D. Durrell. He actually played the evidence of her specifically talking about how this man dragged her through a 10-year relationship, never married her, moved another woman into the house with her, right? Was sleeping with that woman in her bed. Stargate was trying to accommodate him and be with him because she's such a pick-me, right? She was trying to accommodate him so much that she was trying to sleep with this woman too. The woman didn't want her, and the man accommodated the woman, and after 10 fucking years, he left Stargate with the woman and then married that woman and took care of that woman. Star, I would have 50 years of pain too if I was your child. I'm just saying. You said, beautiful, that was a vile nigga, okay? So, okay, just saying. You said the other ladies didn't want to hear her whining, okay? Just saying. Go on, child, okay? All that shit is gold, okay? Ain't that a bitch, child? You said, did anyone else make a call to Uber Eats and report him? I'm just saying, because don't y'all remember where Anti wanted everybody to call Uber Eats on Max V, wanted us to call the FBI on Max V and Stargate, right? Because they were running this alleged child sex trafficking ring out of Thailand. That whole Thailand story that she was trying to, attach herself to in order to keep, getting up in Smoke's head about that shit, right? That's what she was trying to do. Shout out to Smoke, but that's definitely what she was trying to do, okay? And she was using that against Smoke mentally, right? And then trying to play on Stargate and play on everybody else in the sector and ask everybody to call the FBI on Star, while Star is saying, that didn't happen. Well, Star, I'm going to go ahead and go in my archives and pull that shit up. And when I pull that shit up, I'll be sure to show you, okay? Along with the video of Carrie and what she really said in regards to your kids. So that'll be a future video in the next couple of days, okay? But either way, we're going to focus on Stefan tonight, and we are focusing on Anti tonight, okay? You said, great evening, Miss T. Pre. I appreciate you, Clark, for being in the building. You said, no, I heard about it, though, okay? You said, Slander, I told him to bring me some free bruschetta, and I'm going to put out a fake news story to get him fired. Ciao. Ciao. He said, I'm going to Cali and stand outside of Costco to see if AA Mess show up. Yeah, because she be going to Costco according to her community wall, You said, Carrie, in my opinion. You said, great evening to everyone. Let's see here. Everybody just kind of talking to each other. You said, okay here, but we're storming, so you got to get your back up, your shits together. Okay, just saying. Support the channel, guys. I appreciate that, Carrie. Hashtag $T-Pre43. Thank you. You said Anti want to be a bad bitch so bad, but she's batting 0. Okay, batting below 0. Like that's the crazy part. Batting -0. Like it's crazy. You said ain't that something? Sick people. Okay. While she out here gaslighting the sector, talking about we all mass purging shit because we all these criminals and all this stuff and everything. But bitch, you literally took down 50% of everything that's been on your channel, though. Bitch, if you don't sit the fuck down and get the fuck out my face, you and their racist motherfucking friends, okay? But like I said, we're going to usher you in a brand new racist today, okay? We got a fresh racist for you with a fresh asshole, okay? A fresh open asshole, okay? At least, well, I don't know how fresh it is, but it's damn sure open, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put that out there for you today, Anti, okay? You got yourself a new menu. You said, Sam Rowe, hey, honey. You said, damn, my opinion. Clark, abso-fucking-lutely, okay? You said, haha, no star strap on, no star great. None of that. It was all gone. It's all gone. Like, are we kidding me? Ain't this a bitch? You said, seems some shit's missing, okay? You said, now purging your shits can only mean one thing. Or is it different for, never mind, okay? Is it different when the AFWs actually start purging their channels, right? Or is it, only if, Carrie takes her videos down, or if I take a video down, or if D. Durrell takes a video down, or if Triggs takes a video down, or if somebody else takes a video down, is that different from them? Because like I said, I just showed evidence of her actually mass purging her channel, okay? Shout out to Anti. being the coon and the dumbass of the motherfucking year. Okay, just saying, just saying. Okay, you said every damn time, child. Okay. Hey, Mary Weathers, I appreciate you being in the building. Such a disturbed mind, okay? You see all the videos and the shit, the way she was doing that shit and putting up people's photos and claiming that we're all attacking her and we're all harassing her, but she got everybody's shit all up and down her page for 2 and 3 fucking years? The fuck out of here, bitch. The fuck out of here. Who's contacting jobs? Anti, okay, all the AFWs, that's what they do. They get ready to get a new member tonight, okay? We get ready to usher him into the ranks in just a second, okay? Hey, R&T, I appreciate you being in the building. You said, woo, child, okay? Just saying. Just saying. You said Miss T. Pre's laugh is everything. Everybody always says that about my laugh. That is contagious, right? So shout out to you for that. You said she called a black man's child. She called a bunch of black people's jobs, okay? A bunch of black people's jobs. Hey, Black Wolf, appreciate you being in the building. Pastor Vic, yikes. Yikes, okay? I'm just saying, like, shit. You said this looking a bit crazy, okay? Very crazy, okay? That is the mind of a therapist, okay? Of a licensed marriage and family therapist, okay? Yeah, you said no. You said need to recruit Miss T for my sector. Okay, child. You know I'm with the shits. You said thank y'all for the birthday shout outs. No problem, Redbone. And shout out to y'all. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. If somebody can drop her Cash App, Redbone, you can drop your Cash App if you want to in the chat. And everybody go ahead and send her a nice little love, you know, just to let her know that y'all love her on her birthday. You said Samro, your birthday. Oh, it's Samro's birthday too. Happy birthday, Samro. Appreciate you being in the building. You said, sister, you good. You said, thanks for the warm welcome, damn my opinion. You said, Mary, impressive, darling. You said, Clark said, and that whole Thailand story wasn't even what they were making it out to be. Right. It was never, nobody was going to Thailand to begin with. It was Bali, okay? There was a trip that they were supposed to be going to where a lot of the ladies of the sector wanted to go. There were a couple of men that had talked about it. I know Ankh was talking about it. And it turned into this whole story because Anti was trying to push that narrative, okay? And she was playing on smoke with that narrative. So she kept doing that and saying that it was Thailand and Ankh was doing this and Ankh was doing that. And then it turned into Stargate and Max V were running, you know, children in Thailand. It was just a bunch of mess. And she was asking everybody to call the FBI on Star and on Max V. It was fucking nuts. It was fucking nuts. I'll never forget it. You said, I'm here to get it popping, damn my opinion. Okay, I see you, Mary. You said, Mary, well, honey, that's an understatement, okay? You said, wait, a what? Therapist? No, child. A whole marriage and license. Marriage and family therapist with a whole NPI number. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and look that up real quick. Let me put this bitch's NPI number up in the chat, okay? Andrea Stewart's NPI number. California, okay? I ain't looked that shit up in a long time. Oh, let's go ahead and just share my screen. We can just share my screen because we can go ahead and take a look for you. Anti, because you know I don't give a fuck, bitch, right? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look real quick. Let's take a look. Yeah. All right. Anti-Afro Spingalis. Okay. This is her NPI number. Oh, boy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Is the FBI coming? Is the Surgeon General coming to lock my ass up? Because I'm showing her NPI number, bitch. Okay. Yeah, that's her NPI number right there. If anybody want to take a look, they can go ahead and find this dusty hoe over there in El Cajon, California. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted y'all to see that, okay? But yeah, child, she a whole licensed marriage and family therapist, okay? Yeah, child, with a whole NPI number, okay? That allegedly I was supposed to go to jail for showing like a year ago. Breaking, where is these people at? I'm sick of y'all threatening me with a good time, okay? Y'all be telling me that the Surgeon General is coming to beat me up, that you know, the Attorney General is coming to steal my cats and all this shit, like, oh, it's been a bunch of shit been going on and ain't nothing went on yet. Like, I'm sick of all this talk. Okay, we need the Surgeon General or somebody to kick my door in. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, anyway. You said pop just popped in my head, right? You said I got your back, DMO. You said you going on the community wall, child. Okay, listen, y'all. Let's play a quick timer, a T-pre timer, okay? And then we are going to get right into this. I'm gonna play a timer that I know is gonna piss them motherfuckers off. Let's go with this.
Although I never met her, my son would come home and talk about this young woman and a baby. But she has a son that's older than my grandson. His name is Aiden. And Aiden lives with his great-grandmother because the great-grandmother had helped her grandson get custody, and then he ended up running off leaving that baby with his grandmother. So this baby is older than Junior. He would be about 14 right now.
So she has another child older than your grandson?
Yeah, I met Aiden. I met him when he was little. Wait, so Aiden is Andrea's older? His name is Aiden Montgomery.
So you got
that's Andrea's oldest son?
Shout out to Aiden and shout out to Michael, okay, who Andrea is still, not taking care of, okay, not taking care of her kids and all this shit while she looking up Laquan's sexy ass's kids and all this other stuff and running around chasing after these people kids and posting videos and pictures of these people kids. Do you have any current pictures of your kids? Okay, how about that, bitch? Okay, how about you? Besides the tattoo that you got on your arm and the tattoo of the other child you got on your wrist, how about do you have any current pictures of those kids? Because while you out here doxing this sexy ass man down there in Atlanta, shout out to Laquan, right? While you out here doxing this nigga, you need to go dox your kids, okay, and find out where they live at. Find out what's going on with them, whether they had what they had for breakfast this morning, what they had for dinner this morning. You want to look at what the fuck is going on with Laquan, okay? But I need you, Breaking, to get over here and look up what's going on with Michael and with Aiden, okay? Hashtag, where are the goddamn kids? All right, now, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get started because, child, listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. I was going to ignore Stefan, okay? I wasn't going to say anything, but shout out to Carrie Ann, okay? A good friend who actually went over his motherfucking shit. And I'm listening to what she said. And I'm listening to what he's saying. And I'm like, I know this bitch ass nigga is not very gaslight this sector and talking about, oh, the black community. And I look out for the black community and I love black women. And I'm going to protect the black women. And Carrie, you're not qualified. And Carrie, you said this about the black community and all this other shit, when just a few fucking months ago, you were talking to us about your racist ass fucking daddy and your thoughts on the actual black community. You got me fucked up, bitch, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is drag your motherfucking ass the way that I fucking did. Now, I really didn't want to drag you. I was actually going to let it fucking go. But I just happened to hear what the fuck you actually said. Because I didn't go over to you and listen to that. But Carrie played it. Carrie played it. And what you wanted to do was call me a dangerous liar towards the black community, right? And I'm doing all these things to the black community. You dusty motherfucking loose booty bitch. Let me remind you, loose booty, of what the fuck actually happened with your dusty ass and your history of racism in our sector. I don't want to fucking play these games with you, okay? Because what we do is we put niggas in the fucking dirt around here with actual receipts, okay? Now, I'm going to let this video just play out for y'all. Y'all can go ahead and listen. I probably won't even stop and go because in this video, I already stopped and gone, okay? I ain't even got to do all that no more. I did the work for myself. what, 6 months ago, 5 months ago, you dusty bitch. You got me fucked up, Stefan. Okay, but we are going to remind you and show you what your dusty ass, crusty ass father had to say about the Black community and what you say in return about what your dusty ass, crusty ass, nasty ass father, who raised a fucking faggot, fucking said. You crusty bitch. Now let's motherfucking go. And yeah, I said fucking faggot, bitch. Fight me. Now let's fucking go. I am this evening. I am feeling a little bit better from what I was feeling earlier when I went live and went the fuck off on Stefan. I most definitely mean everything that I said and then some, okay? And we're actually going to go over his last 2 streams that he did, because he's not going to gaslight me, gaslight the people of this sector, and pretend that his behavior and his conversation today was not fully racist, okay? And yeah, we're not going to pretend with him. So we're going to be here for a little while. Now, keep in mind, definitely going to go. Let me pause this real quick, because I want to make sure that we're all getting the full picture of what happened here. Okay, this was done 8 months ago on December 6th, 2023. Okay, so what I want this bitch-made motherfucking faggot ass motherfucking loose booty ass bitch to fucking remember is that you just said this shit 8 months ago. Okay? All right? Okay? While you trying to gaslight us today with this, I love the Black community and I look out for my people and all this other shit when we were those people 8 fucking months ago, bitch. Now let's fucking go. Let's motherfucking go. Let's fucking go. Because you want to play receipts, right, bitch? Over both of these. Shout out to Vita V. She is truly the GOAT for capturing these 2 videos. And, you know, even if you take stuff down, I'll be telling people in this sector, even if you take stuff down in private stuff, somebody got your motherfucking tea, okay? So shout out to Vita V for capturing this information. And we are going to go over this information today. So you guys go ahead and grab y'all some libations. It is after 5 o'clock here on the East Coast. So make sure y'all grab some libations up, grab up some dinner or something, because we're going to be here for a little while kind of going over this stuff. And hit the like button on the way in, guys. I definitely appreciate y'all being in the building. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. And I'm also going to remove the banner. So bear with me one moment while I pull this up.
I said most.
Now this was the deflection video.
Take from what I said being most or some, then the same thing that same arguments that Carrie Ann has apply to me. So I don't have to go back through her whole catalog of everything that she says, that she has said, to show examples, because she's taken everything down. And I've taken mine down too. So I'm doing the same thing, following the same playbook. So yes, Carrie Ann did say that T. Pre, if she engaged in prostitution, would have been viewed as a fat Black mammy. Carrie Ann,
every time he tells that story,
out of her mouth, said,
every time you've told that story, you've changed the story. First it was that, then it was Carrie said that it was a racist comment because Carrie said that if I was escorting, I would be considered a mammy, which I agree with that, right? Because I'm not escorting. So if I wasn't escort and I was doing sexual favors and I was a prostitute, yeah, that's some mammy behavior, okay? So yeah, I'm not sure what, you know, but you're always trying to throw some wedge between myself and Carrie Ann as if somehow that is going to take away from what you said to the entire sector and what you said about the entire Black community. Carrie didn't say that about the Black community. She said, if I was, according to you, she said, if I was an escort, I would be a mammy, which I would agree with that, right? I really would. I think that's mammy behavior. But let's go ahead and keep going. We're going to go ahead and listen in. Because like I said, you always trying to deflect and make shit like as if you didn't really say something. We're trying to what if playing the what aboutism kind of game. And, you know, well, what about this? And well, what about when you said that? And what about this? And so if you're going to blame me, then you're going to blame her too. No. We're talking about you, sir. Okay? Let's go ahead and go there.
Said verbatim that if T-Pre was escorting, the men would view her in a fat mammy role.
Yeah.
That is what Carrie Ann said. So we're not going to play dumb like you didn't say what you said. And the comments that I shared about my father, those aren't comments I've said that I believe in. That's what he believes in.
No,
I didn't say that I personally believe him. I said I could understand how he could get to that point.
How could you understand how he could get to that point? It's because you believe what he said. You're the one that said, even my dad was. We're going to remind you of what you said, okay? But let's go ahead and keep going.
Because he's from a different generation than I am.
That's not.
But I never claimed to take those on myself. And I was upset in what I was speaking about because yes, this is my day off, and I can enjoy a glass of wine if I choose to. I'm an adult, a responsible adult. If I want to talk about.
Oh, so you're basically telling us when you went on that racist rant, you were drunk, okay? Because nobody told you couldn't have a glass of wine on your day off, and none of us even knew you were having a glass of wine on your day off. None of us knew it was your day off, okay? None of this shit. You turned on that live stream, drunk as fuck, talking shit. Now, I want y'all to keep one thing in mind, okay? I went backwards with this video, okay? I basically played for him acting like we were overreacting to his bullshit, okay? And then I played, after this part, I played what he actually said. So y'all hang in there, because we're going to get there to the part where he actually was saying and telling us how much of a racist his fucking daddy is and how much he agrees with that, okay? Let's go ahead and keep going. That's what the fuck happened. We're going to remind you of your drunken rant.
Or have criticism about whatever I want to talk about. You guys don't mind if I have criticism for the LGBT community, but heaven forbid that I talk about my own community that I'm also a part of.
So now it's
so if you want to be
earlier,
and you want to go
earlier, it was you people. Earlier, it was y'all people. It wasn't us people. It wasn't us as a community. It was y'all. Okay, so now that you have come down off of your drunkenness, now you're like, oh shit, I done fucked up. Let me go ahead and clean this up and act like I never even said that. And that, you know, I'm speaking on our community. I'm speaking on my community that I'm a part of and all this and this. But yet you were saying your daddy was telling you to stay away from you people. Stay away from those people. You people. That's what you kept saying.
Pound for pound with me. You do your 23andMe DNA test. I've already done mine. I did mine years ago. And how about we both post our 23andMe results? And we'll see exactly who's.
That's the thing, Stefan. None of us have to post a 23andMe post, okay? We don't have to do that. We don't have to prove that we're Black people. We are undeniably, unambiguous Black people. You are not, sir. You look like a Puerto Rican man. That's how you look, okay? So I can't tell whether you're Black or whether you're white, I don't know what you are, okay? Not by looking at you. You actually look like a Puerto Rican woman, but let's go ahead and keep going. No, just Breaking looks like a Puerto Rican man. You look like a Puerto Rican woman, but let's go ahead and keep going. Because your skin is like a certain tone doesn't make you a Black person, okay? So again, no, sir, I don't look at you and get Black man. That's not what I get. I get Puerto Rican man when I look at you, okay? Now, I know Black Puerto Ricans, right? So it's possible, but you look like a Hispanic. You don't look like a Black person. I'm just letting you know, okay? Like, that's how you look to me. But either way, that's irrelevant. Let's go ahead and keep going now.
Who's Black. Since you're lying, saying I'm saying race.
You're the one that wants to prove to us that you're black. We don't care if you're black, but we particularly care now because of the racist comments that you made, okay? While you're telling us you never made racist comments.
This stuff. I don't have the ability or the power to be racist. So you're telling lies. And furthermore, it ain't that the reason why you started taking down your lies, because you were embarrassed and ashamed for what the things you said. Yeah, so I get to do everything you say I can do better. So yeah, I can do it. I can do the same shit, and the same shit should apply for me. What I was trying to make is that y'all have selective outrage based on who is involved.
Yes, he did, soft serve.
Carrie Ann has selective outrage. T-Pre only had outrage when it was in Carrie Ann's defense. That's why Carrie Ann was very precise for when she made amends with T-Pre, because she knew she needed her as a defense. T-Pre is very good at being a lawyer and defending people. Blindly so. Oftentimes.
Hey, QT, hold on 1 second, okay?
So she can be a very good lawyer. So that is the reason why that Carrie Ann strategically made up with T-Pre right before she faced all this backlash over her saying all that racist shit from back when about black men, right? Didn't you say that you felt unsafe around black men? I said what my father told me. I can be upset all I want to.
Nobody told you can't.
And you said, based on what I heard, it's what P said sounded bad to me.
Hey, Carrie, hold on a second.
For a grown-ass man. Because if I didn't say what I said, y'all still would be in agreement to what I'm saying about what he said and referencing my kid. Y'all would still you guys would be in agreement over that, right? But you want to push that aside.
That's the thing, Stefan. We are in agreement with you that what he said about your child was wrong. We just didn't know. Okay, like most of us weren't aware of it. You understand? Until you made us aware of it. And then when we went back and looked, it turned out that's not what was said, right? And you're the one that still, even if he really did say those things, right? You're the one that went off on the black community. You talk shit about the entire black community, like everybody in the black community, okay, over what P said about your daughter. This is what you did, not us, you, sir. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going.
Choose what you can, just because I'm not all in for everything that you're saying. I'm not co-signing everything you're saying, and I'm not going to anymore. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. I do not care. I give zero fucks about a woman who sits at home fired from the things that she said online. How about that? Maybe I'm following your footsteps, Carrie Ann. I want to get fired too and sit at home and want a vacation. That's what I want to do. I'm going to take leave on work and get myself fired so I can sit at home over Christmas.
I guess he thinks that's
so I'm doing the same thing you're doing. You can't sit there and point the finger at me.
You still sound drunk in this damn show.
Said,
I want to respond to some of this because he's talking about me a lot.
Okay. Let me pause it,
black man.
Hey, QT and Carrie Ann, shout out to y'all for being in the show.
Hey, what's up, ladies?
I can see that if I want to take a break from the sector, I'm not going to be able to stay in the clouds. I'm just going to have to log the fuck off.
That part.
Me too, I'll be trying to take a break from this shit, but today, this shit brought me out of early retirement, honey, because listen.
Well, it's wild how much and I guess a lot of content is still going to be, I'm going to have to be gone for a while before people start dragging me into their foolishness that had nothing to do with me. So if I really want, I'm going to have to just like not listen for a while, because what do I have to do? Why? Look, I am the one who was concerned about the fact that P even brought his daughter up.
Exactly.
Like
a black woman.
Right, so why is he attacking me?
In the black community.
And if he, like you said, in his earlier live, it was you people. Now it's us all of a sudden again.
Now all of a sudden it's us and our people. After he came off that wine.
Well, why he drunk in the middle of the day, number one, but number two, why does he feel like me and T Pre can't address him?
I don't know.
All black
women.
But we allegedly all black, so why is he talking like he above reproach?
Let's see how that is. Like, even fast forward to today, that this nigga really still thinks that these black women, right? How dare these unambiguous black women? How dare these undeniably black women come and check me, right? Now I'm going to throw all this bullshit out here and talk about how y'all aren't qualified to protect the black community. You need to look up to my racist ass to protect the black community. Like, do y'all hear this nigga? Let's go ahead and keep going. Let's keep playing all of this video, okay? Because we're going to get there to what he actually fucking said.
And we can't say nothing about what he said without him bringing up some shit I said about you and some shit I said about, he claimed I said something homophobic. I would love to know what that was.
Right.
I would love to know. People keep saying I said things and then they get all vague. And I know he lying about that mammy shit, because I remember when I said the mammy thing, and the mammy shit didn't even have nothing to do with race. I felt like you was going against my feminist talking points.
Facts. I remember that shit.
Yeah, I was
remember
mad that she was taping for black men. That didn't have nothing to do with white people.
Race.
It was like mammy as in like that over maternal woman image.
Oh, it was about what T Pre wanted to do the let's do a little show about the men.
Yep.
He was like, what the
how great they
are.
Yes. I had just did a show on feminism and I felt like that shit was a shot at what I was trying to accomplish. Whether or not I was right, I don't know. But I know good and well I ain't never said nothing to racially degrade T Pre, because I'm a black woman who doesn't think the things Stefan is saying, that's not in my heart. So even at my angriest, no matter how much I was roasting, it was never nothing about her being racially beneath me.
Exactly.
True.
So I don't have to remember everything I said to know you.
Hey, Def Test Karma, I appreciate you being in the building. So yeah, guys, that is just a prime example right there of how many times Stargate in the names of, Stargap, all that stuff, that all the names she came up with, Starfish, Star Crunch, No Beef Sector, it was Anti that came up with those names first. Okay, so but either way, all the times that they try to gaslight me and Carrie over this alleged racist conversation that Carrie was allegedly having about me. No, none of this shit was true, okay? And here's your evidence. So anyway, let's go ahead and keep going, guys.
The vein of what I would have said some shit in. And ain't no way in the world I said that because she was fucking white men, that would make her a mammy. He a motherfucking liar.
Yeah. He did say that you were trying to say that if I was escorting, right, like being a sex escort, then that would make me a mammy. And I don't disagree with that shit. Like, if I was a sex escort, that's some mammy shit. Like,
well, I just know that's not what the word mammy means to me.
I know that, but to me,
lying.
I wouldn't get offended by somebody saying that, because, like, yeah, that's some low shit.
Well, I'm gonna interject and say what I've said all along, and you ladies have said it since everything has gotten cleared up. Grown folk understand that you two called yourselves friends. So this is beyond the scope of some YouTube shit, right? So when you look at it in that capacity and you're grown, y'all gonna say all kind of mean shit in the heat of the moment. However fucking long it lasts, it is what it is. So when y'all decide, okay, fuck it, I'm done. However you decide, okay, I'm done. That's just what it is. And it ain't nobody's business or for anybody to be sitting like, oh, now it's this, now it's that. This is the reason why. Fuck all that, because it's been established between both of y'all, even when y'all was not speaking.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, that is certain shit that's off limits. Period. T Pre, even when me and you was going, I know you missed a lot of shit. I was going in on full time when he was trying. I was like, no, we ain't doing that. Even
I didn't miss that.
I seen that. I'm like, we ain't doing none of that shit. They pick and choose what they do. But I've said from day one, it's a wet t-shirt contest in this motherfucker. I've been said that. Okay, so I wouldn't even, be going back and forth with that part of it because it's all bullshit. When you grown, you know what's up. But I want to say this real fast, get my ass off in case Stefan's here and he missed what I said on Brown Sugar's Live. That's why I asked for the link. And by the way, thank you, T-Free.
No problem. No problem.
So the same thing you alluded to with this now we don't care, that's some bullshit. It's like two things could be true, right? We care, but nigga, this is a concern right here. So twice I've said nigga today. Okay. This is a concern, and so we're gonna point that out. All right. We are allowed to point that out. Secondly, quote unquote mistake. I may have been mistaken about P. That's some bullshit too. Now it's like, wait, hold on. So you gonna sidetrack P now for the second time in the live,
right?
And go somewhere else, because that's who you should have been. All the vitriol should have been for him, right? Because what you do know what you heard, and I did timestamp it. You heard the quote unquote notes that drama took. All right, number one, the black woman, Carrie, brought it to your attention before that. All right. Drama has dropped down in Carrie's live and specifically said, he didn't say pull up. He did say, I'm going to contact your daughter to let her know about your sexual orientation. That's, to me, is the same as a fucking threat. That shit's all bad. Contact with a minor.
I saw it more as just disrespectful. I feel you. I really don't feel they're the same. I feel they're both out of line, but I didn't feel, at least when I heard it, and I might feel differently if I heard it replayed, but I just felt like it was a disrespectful thing to say.
Well, I'm going to say, for her to be a female child, first and foremost, first of all, what adult needs to be contacting the child about what the fuck they parent do?
Yeah, why are you even thinking about his child?
That's what I'm saying. So to me, that's
right. One thing I like about our sector, right, or the most people in our sector, is how fair we are, right? How we will, kind of break down a conversation. We will break down what was said, and we will be fair about what was said, right? We're not going to go to extremes and, make up shit and all that stuff. If something doesn't sound right, we'll take it off the table, right? If something is right, we're going to put it on the table. That's kind of how our sector is. And I appreciate that about the sector. Let's go ahead and keep going though.
Just when you say contact, how much you got to go through in order to get in touch with my minor child? See, that right there leads to the next step, So I understand the reason that he would be upset. Oh, I
would be just as mad.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna take it that you might as well said you pulling up, because I don't know what the fuck is the next
and
step.
I'll give you that, right?
All right.
So, why you even got his daughter name in your mouth? He a sick motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah. So my last point is this: how all the angst was toward everybody else. What we should have did. Like I had said, it wasn't in context. Nope. A lot of us did not know what the fuck was going on. So with that being said, can we all agree Stefan is the first person on multiple occasions be asked if the cliff notes in the goddamn chat? Oh, I haven't been around. What's going on? What's happening? Mm-hmm. So goddamn, why would you assume that everybody know what happened and what he said?
Exactly.
Like, damn, that's just especially
when there was two shows going on at once, right?
Thank you for bringing that up, because
that's a good one right there. Yeah,
Carrie brought that up for y'all that missed the live, because you know me, I'll be asking questions. Carrie clarified 2 lives was going on at one time. She was dipping in and out. She was so concerned with what she put out there that she was like, hold on. Maybe he didn't say that. I hope I didn't say the wrong thing. So then Drama tapped in. That's how we got clarity. Okay. Right. Drama said he heard it from the horse's mouth because he saw the replay before he took it down. So the questions that Stefan should be asking, fuck who you was reaching out to trying to get information from. Check that nigga and ask why his live is down. Why don't you check him and say, send me the goddamn link. Let me hear what you said. Why is my name in my all of that? That's what you should be doing. It shouldn't be towards anybody else. That's all I'm gonna say, ladies.
What is with the men in this sector swinging on women when they mad at other men?
All that.
How did that start? What is going on with that?
All right, thanks, ladies. That's all I want to say.
Thank you for coming up. I appreciate that.
Points.
All right, bye.
She did. Okay, now for context, for those who were not here in December, I'm going to let you guys know what we were basically talking about. So Stefan went on that racist rant, right? And then after the rant was over, he tried to call himself explaining himself to us. Basically, what Stefan said he was mad about was that P, which shout out to P, right? Basically, he was saying that P had been talking about he wanted to come see his daughter, okay, his minor daughter, which to me now is questionable whether this faggot ass loose booty nigga actually has a daughter, okay, but I don't really care, okay. But either way, he was trying to say that P said that he wanted to come see his child, okay, and obviously anybody as a mother or as a father, you know, should be worried or upset about something like that, okay, but instead of him taking it out on P, he decided to take it out on the women of the sector and all this other stuff and literally call us out of our names, talk about how black our blackness, talk about our ancestors and every fucking thing. And we are going to get into this tonight while he out here gaslighting the sector today about how much he loves looking out for black women and he loves looking out for the black community and how we need to sit down because we're not qualified. And he is, okay? Let's go ahead and keep going. We almost over me and Carrie talking. Yeah, what was you saying just now?
Well, okay, I don't remember. I had a few things I wanted to say, but was it about something?
No, it's okay. I'm actually going to play a little bit more of this video.
No, hold on. I did have something to say though.
Okay, go ahead.
No, first of all, yeah, I think the main thing I want to talk about is how many men have swung at the women lately. Yeah. How we even have this weird group of men who are going around ridiculing the men who do respect us, calling them backup singers and simps just because they get along with us. It's something very heterophobic. Mm-hmm. Right? If it's homophobic, niggas is acting heterophobic around here.
It's funny. Ain't that something how history repeats itself sometimes in this sector? And now that this whole thing is going on with Ray Triggs and with drama, we've got men again, you know, telling the women, you know, that we shouldn't be doing this and that, you know, and the other way around it'd be, you know, if a man is standing up for a woman, he's a simp and, you know, he's a backup singer and all these other things when, you know, people just stand up for what's right around here, right? Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
They acting like it's wrong for men and women to get along with each other. And they really are acting like little boys that think it should be like bros before hoes, like little kids or something. And why shouldn't the men get along with us when we don't lead them astray? Like we're being good to them, they're being good to us. Like what is the problem? We unlocking these niggas.
Okay.
Like we just literally just getting along. Like what is their problem? Why do they hate the black woman so much?
That part.
It's definitely a lie that I strategically made up with you before all this shit hit the fan. I had no idea any of that was happening. As a matter of fact, Photon was trying to get us to fight each other. Mm-hmm. It happened on Photon's show, and he was trying to egg us on, like, yeah, don't you dislike T-Pre or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, nah, I actually really love T-Pre. And that's the only reason why that was one of the best things that came out of me even talking to Photon again.
Right.
Because I didn't plan on that, but it was just, I hadn't really thought about it happening. It's not like I was like, when I get the chance, I'm going to tell her I love her. But when he put me on the spot, it was just like, no, I actually really love this woman.
Right. Yeah, I really fuck with you. And everybody else don't have to understand the dynamic of our friendship, right? It doesn't matter what they think or what he says, but we're gonna go ahead, you know, because Stefan is known to do shit like this.
No, I got one more thing, and then I'm gonna shut up.
No, go ahead.
Stefan keeps saying, he said on his earlier show and on this show too, that he was gonna withdraw his support from me and stop agreeing with me all the time. And he's not the first person to do that. Samba said that when we fell out. And I just wanted to be clear, I don't give a fuck about anybody in this sector agreeing with me. Right. If you agreeing with me, I'm gonna assume it's because you actually agree with me. If you think that you doing me a favor, hanging up under me and agreeing with me when you don't agree, you a weirdo. Kick it from around my circle. Don't hit my links no more. I don't like you or respect you.
Right.
And I don't have this ain't the AFWs. That shit is creepy and weird. And a nigga like Stefan telling me he been agreeing with me just to go along with me. Nigga, now I really don't ever want to be cool with you again. Now you a creep. Now you a creep. Now you a whole fucking creep, sir. And that's all I had to say.
You good.
Okay.
You good.
Thanks.
All right, sis. All right, let me finish playing some of this video here. Let's go ahead and get into the rest of this.
I mean, if she was escorting. And you've said a lot worse. You said homophobic things multiple times. Carrie Ann, you said so much. And I said what I said.
You're just
and I
making
mean
that shit up
everything that I
because,
said.
like, just earlier,
I stand by
you are making that shit up because you were just her best friend just a couple days ago. So, like, you know, don't come in here now with, oh, I got all these issues with you because you're speaking truth about me, and now I want to jump down your throat about some shit. Let's go ahead and keep going. Let's finish listening to this fucking deflection. Now, don't that shit sound familiar, y'all? Don't that shit sound familiar? When two black women tell this motherfucking racist the truth about himself, he can't take it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Funny how history repeats itself.
Criticism I had. I said that that we are our own problem. I did.
No, you did not say that.
Say we. So you can't sit there and say that I'm talking about myself as an outsider.
You sound
I have
really
the right
fucking
to be
dumb
upset.
right now.
I
You got to
have
sound
the
even
right
dumber
to be
when we
upset
played what you really
based
said.
on what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Because from what I heard, it
Hey,
sounds
VP.
very disturbing. I have every right to. Just like y'all can be offended by whatever the fuck y'all are offended by, I can too. And when I say y'all, I'm referring to the black people in this sector. I said most of the black people in this sector.
No, you were talking about the black community.
Yeah, you are a dumbass in that equation. If you want to make that broad statement, you are right, because you want to. So now you're going to call me out, but you can't call slander of God out for saying nigga. Okay. You see the difference between nigga and using the hard ER? That was never said.
Yes, we definitely
now I know you're
the
lying
difference.
on me. Anti-pray. Don't fucking lie on me. That's the fuck shit I'm talking about.
Let me
sitting up there
because Mikey, I'm going to stop you. You might want to rewind my video, because he actually said in this video he was drinking wine. That's what he said. So nobody's making that up. The proof is from Stefan himself. He said he was drinking. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going. Yes, he definitely said that just a couple minutes ago.
It's lies on me, shit I never said. You are lying, Carrie Ann and T-Pre. You are, because we know you've been paid to lie before by D. Durrell to come about in his defense.
See, here you go. You don't know what you're talking about. Nobody has ever paid me to lie on anybody. Have people given me super chats and cash apps and stuff because I'm giving a good show? Yes. But nobody has ever paid me to lie on anybody. And honey, I could do this shit for free right here, okay? I don't need nobody to pay me to talk about this motherfucking shit right here, because you are the liar. And we're going to prove that.
We all know that, okay?
No, we all don't.
I can say whatever I want to say.
You're absolutely right. You are entitled to say, you are right. You are entitled to say and feel whatever you want to say. But you've let us know how you feel. And now we're entitled to say and feel how we feel about you. Okay, what's the difference? I'm not understanding.
Community that I can have criticism of. I can talk about the LGBT community as much as I want, and the Black community as much as I want, because I am a Black American.
What other race are you? Could you talk about them too?
If we want to talk real candidly, as I did say candidly, we have to be honest. And you're being dishonest and being disingenuous when you are presenting things without the proper context, because you're lying.
Nobody lied on you.
That they all did with you. Didn't provide any context, right? So aren't you doing the same thing? So Carrie Ann and T-Pre, you're both fucking hypocrites. Yeah, so.
But don't y'all see, don't this sound familiar? Like I said, when me and Carrie or any Black woman gives this bitch ass nigga, this loose booty ass bitch ass racist nigga, any type of pushback, this is what he does. He goes and deflects to all these other things and makes up shit about this and makes up shit about that just to take the heat off of himself. He has a history of doing this. Let's go ahead and keep going. Let's keep going.
Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. I don't know what P said. If P didn't say anything that bad,
well, that's the thing.
okay, nobody.
If you don't know what he said, then why did you go live to begin with? You went live, yelled at, hopped all over P for what you claim he said, and then hopped all over the sector for not capturing it and not doing anything about it. When Carrie made a very good point. How the hell would you know what anybody said or how anybody reacted if you haven't even seen the video yourself? How would you know how anybody reacted? Okay, like, how do you know if anybody did react to that? If you weren't there, if you've never seen it, how would you know? So who's lying? And how are we lying? I don't understand how we're lying. Because you're saying yourself, you went on, you don't know what he said, but you still went on a 30-minute racist rant over the sector and over the Black community. Let's go ahead and keep going.
Told me that. But when I asked and I reached out for the clip for what P said, nobody had anything to say. They didn't say that.
And I want to know who you reached out to. Who did you reach out to for this clip? I really want to know.
Oh, well, what he said wasn't that bad, or he didn't say anything remotely that close. So nobody even tried to clean that up. So who am I?
It wasn't our job to clean up your lies. It wasn't our job to clean up what you were saying. And by the way, people were in your chat room, including myself, telling you he didn't say that. What are you talking about? Where did you get that from? I never heard him say that. Multiple people said that to you. You ignored that, went on it, and continued to rant on about the Black community, our community, us people, y'all people.
To sit there as a parent, not to think the worst, or to have my own anxiety over a grown adult, older man mentioning my child.
I agree. I don't think you were wrong. Hey, Maitri, for reals, I appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to you for coming through today. Make sure y'all hit the like button, guys. Wrong for protecting your daughter. I don't think you're wrong for feeling that way. I think you're wrong for the racist rhetoric, blaming the Black community and how your dad told you to stay away from those people. That's what we're talking about right now. We're not talking about you reacting as a father, okay? You're doing what any other parent would do on their own 10 toes, by the way, without cussing out the Black community for it.
So you cannot sit there and discount that. I have the right to be upset. I have every right to be upset. And I have the right to be upset about Black people that are less than smart.
So
I did.
I appreciate you being in the building. So no, he said that he did say he should reach out and tell Stefan's daughter that Stefan is a fag, okay, that he's gay, basically, okay. And in him saying that, I can understand why any parent would feel some type of way about that, right? Like, how dare this old creepy ass man be talking about reaching out to my minor child, right? That would be really nuts. And to be telling them something sexual at that. That is crazy. That is nuts. And any parent should feel some type of way. But us feeling some type of way over that is kind of overshadowed now and overclouded by his racist comments about the sector and his racist comments about the Black community. That just kind of overshadows that, you know? And that's unfortunate for Stefan. Like, if he had actually told us what was going on, you know what I mean, and then kept all the racist shit out of it, it actually would have been fine. But it's the fact that he made this our fault, called us a bunch of racist stuff, talked about our community in a racist way, and then turns around and blames us for this whole thing. That's what the problem really is. But yeah, you said even in this space, Black people are different. He sounds stupid. OMG, right? I'm just saying. Yeah, Mikey, he definitely did say that he was drinking in that video. You said Tiff P. Yes, you said he should leave slander alone. Know when to leave people alone. Yeah, like, why you mad at slander? That's on you. We don't have to feel the way you feel, right? We don't have to have the same group thinking that you're feeling. Like, you keep coming at Carrie and me and everybody else about group thinking, but yet you're literally asking us to have group thinking when it comes to slander. And we don't feel that way. We just don't feel that way. Okay. I don't feel like Slander God is a racist. I mean, he has never given me any kind of racist vibe or any kind of feeling like he's, any kind of racist. So I'm not really sure why you think we're supposed to start treating him like that. You said, hi, varied perspectives. You said, I'm chilling out, listening. You good? You said, Soft Serve said, I can't stand lightweights who can't hold their liquor, okay? Because clearly, if you just drinking wine and that's how you was carrying on, like, child, girl, you need to leave that shit alone. You said, yes, Tiff P. It was captured by DJ Drama. You said, Tiff P, either that or he was like, what if I did? He brought up contacting her one way or another, though. I didn't take it as a direct threat. Yeah, and I still think it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, he shouldn't have said no shit like that. And I think any parent would be in a bag. You said getting drunk and expressing our feelings online is therapeutic to some, okay? He said, shit, how much paying for lies? Okay, I'm just saying, like, how much am I getting paid for these alleged lies? You said, shout out Clark, Tiff P, and Brown Sugar Baby. You said he was rescued from sleeping in his car to lie on someone, okay? You said, very perspectives. You said, hey, the very perspectives. You said, thanks, Miss Thang. Hey there, VP. You said, timestamp is 1640 on Drama's Mystery Show, Tiff P. You said, Lord, this is crazy, okay? Very crazy. You said, my coochie stink. You said, that name, though, right? Shout out to my coochie stink. You said that the next person who begs in the sector is getting ignored, okay? Just saying, well, he got to get canceled after this motherfucking shit. You said, what lies have I told? I really want to know. Yeah, like, nobody's lying on you. You said, it's that bad house sway. He heard what Drama said. Mm-hmm. You said, thank you, QT. I'm going to go listen. You said, QT, I was right. Stefan always asks for a summary in the chat. He always do, because he don't be knowing what's going on. He don't be caught up to what be happening. So he always want to know what's happening. Like, he's even come in my comment sections after a show and be like, what was this show about? What was going on? What's happening? And all this other stuff. And I'm like, if you don't just watch the show, like, maybe you would know what's happening if you watched the show. You said it was played on Carrie's Live as well, Tiff P. Maybe T-Pre will play it for people who don't know. I can play it. I'll play it in a second. You said, QT. I'm trying to get through y'all comments. I see everybody's trying to sound off in here. You said, Miss T-Pre, he said he reached out to Ray and a few people. Child, really? You said nobody is obligated to give him information. Do your due diligence, sir. Exactly. Nobody's obligated. Maybe they don't have it, right? Perhaps they really just don't have it, right? Because it didn't happen. That's why. Like, he never said what you're saying he said. And so that's why they don't have a timestamp of that. So, it just is what it is. You said, and you should have confronted said man and not woman, period. Exactly. All the women, he want to argue and fight with the women now. You said, we all agree he was. So my try for real, just to let you know, in our sector, we try our best not to tell people who to hang out with and who to fuck with and who not to, right? You're entitled to fuck with them, but all we're going to do is put out the truth about these motherfuckers, right? And, you can make a decision on your own. So tonight you'll be able to hear a little bit of his racist fucking history with our sector. And, that's just how that goes. Right now, I'm just getting through the first part of it, and then we're going to get right into that too. So bear with me, okay? Foul for wanting to contact your child. Yeah, regardless of what or how, it was just wrong. He said, thanks for watching, everyone. Please hit the subscribe to Black Lounge Divide. You said, and I don't know where Stefan got the lie that I took down my lives because I made racist remarks. That's a lie. I'm not a racist. Exactly. And what's his excuse for taking all his fucking lives down? You said they don't want to confront the men. Never. Always the women, right? You said it's not a black thing at all, honey, at all. You said, right. I would have given Stefan one or two of the pocket comments because his daughter was involved, but he said a lot. Yes, he did. And we're going to show him in his drunk ass what the fuck he was saying. He said, Carrie, I was lost on that one too. And yet ain't no words for P. Exactly. You said Stefan's reaction like he can't take criticism, us as Black women, makes him sound like a whole colonizer. Exactly. Girl, just saying. You said, Stefan, tell P to send the link and respond accordingly. That's it, right? How hard is that? You said he is entitled to Black women, and that's what makes it extra gross. Exactly. You said not the wine, child. Yes, the wine. You said put down the box wine, Stefan. Okay, with box wine is banned in the sector. Okay, we don't do box fucking wine around here. Hey, Tiffany, what's going on, girl? Address P. Why do we have to be in it? Why did the Black community have to be in it altogether? Right? You said you said LOL. I'm a lightweight, but I don't hold in how I think when I'm sober. So nothing crazy comes out when I'm drunk off half a wine cooler though. Okay, just saying. You said I bet it was white wine, child. It was probably red wine, child. But yeah, that white wine did it because he don't like us in the Black community. Okay, shit. All his shit is white. Okay, shit. You said Cabaret Savannah gang. Okay. You said Rizzler says cheap wine is no good and ain't, honey. You said, and as for P, I'm gonna have to hit the link because he needs to be dragged. Okay, just saying. You said one of these days, LOL. You said living life for real, right? You said what is that? Barefoot Pinot Grigio wine is a no good. Wine gotta be at least $30 and up. I'm not really a wine drinker though. You said soft serve already. You said not a colonizer, child. You said drunk and sober heart, okay? And what's up, Shekim's limp-wristed raw? Y'all niggas is crazy, yo. You said I like barefoot. You said why you block the Shakim troll? He was cool. Who blocked the Shakim troll? I'm cool with the Shakim troll. I don't want him blocked. You said people do the most foul shit, then blame it on the alcohol. You said there is plenty of good wine under $30. You said he sounds like a wino, okay? Like he was bumping some coke or something today. I don't know what the fuck happened. You said living life to the fullest. The official barefoots are cool, but them 7-Eleven gas station barefoots are it. You know what? All right, listen, y'all. Let's go ahead and finish this up because we still got like another 10 minutes on this video. I'm gonna play it through. I'm gonna try it.
Less than smart for doing $1,000 challenges based on where she's at professionally. That's why she's really mad. And T Priest just co-signing it because she's been eating Carrie's pussy for the last month or since she's had this fallout with.
You're talking about homophobic, comments and stuff like that, but I'm not into women. So that wasn't a homophobic comment. That was quite homophobic right there. That comment that you made. But yeah, I'm not into bitches. So yeah, that's not true. Secondly, I am the one that went live first before Carrie did. Okay. I went live and roasted your ass first. Okay. And then Carrie went live and we got on her panel and discussed this. So, sir, you don't know what you're talking about. You're always getting up here, opening your mouth, and don't know what the fuck you be talking about every single time. Like, it never fits.
Carrie Ann's had this fall with her job. I defended Carrie Ann. And a racist person, she's calling me racist.
Yeah.
I don't have the ability to be racist. I don't wield that power. I don't have the ability to.
Yeah, don't block nobody in here, please.
When I'm offering criticism to the community I'm a part of,
I really don't care who likes to do not block anybody in this chat.
Ways that how we can address it too, saying that we can affect change from what is around us, that we have to be better stewards. What was I talking about when I was referring to we? We're not going to play that game, but you can play it all you want. And you can argue with my shadow, bitch. Nobody asked to come on your motherfucking link.
Yes, you did.
Click your link, bitch.
Yes, you did. You broke your neck to hit that girl's link and she wasn't letting you on the panel. You were breaking your fucking neck trying to hit her link because you wanted to argue over your words, okay? And she didn't let you come up there to argue over your words. We have your words already, so we don't have to argue about it, okay? And yeah, so you were breaking your neck to do that.
all the whole lie's going to be come down in a couple minutes anyway. So what difference does it really fucking make?
How did that work out for you? Because we playing that shit.
I did everything. I did not mention. What I will say is I would say that I was truthful at the best that I could to Carrie Ann. And I said that through email. I said that we do have our own differences and perspectives. I said that nicely.
You are very truthful in how you feel. Thank you.
But when it comes down to specifics, that Carrie Ann has said some things that I don't agree with and I don't condone. So if I don't condone what you do, Carrie Ann, now I'm racist and I'm using the hard ER. Okay.
What?
All right. All right.
We'll Carrie Ann?
All right.
Wait a minute. Stefan, what the hell are you talking about? What does Carrie Ann have to do with the things you were saying about Brown Sugar Baby, about all the women, about the Black community, about the sector, about Black people, about your dad? What does Carrie Ann have to do with that? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know what, Tiffy, you got me cracking up over here. But listen, guys, notice how, just notice what he's doing here, right? Instead of taking responsibility for his own behavior, the same thing he's doing today, right? Instead of owning up to his own bullshit, he would rather deflect to, well, yeah, I might have said this, but I didn't really mean that. But Carrie, and T-Pre, and Carrie, and T-Pre, he does this all the fucking time. It's fucking ridiculous. And we have the evidence of it right fucking here. Your faggot ass. Now let's go ahead and keep going. Let's go. And I said it. I meant what I said. You know how to gaslight. You need the gaslight award of the fucking year. That's what you fucking need. Real nigga shit.
Lucky I'm not as bad as you. I'm bad as some of the people here. The people I was referring to in my life. The people I was referring to in my life.
Who are you referring? He can literally, guys, never take responsibility for anything that he actually fucking does and actually says. Somebody else has to be responsible too, right? Somebody else has to go with him too, right? He can never stand on his own shit. Stupid ass bitch.
Niggas, because I still stand by that, everything I said. Yeah, there are dumbass niggas in this world, and I am guilty of it too. I've been known to do dumb nigga shit too.
Like that line you did today.
Just a part of this community. I'm just like everybody else that is here. So I can speak
this is bad, sir.
Candidly as I want to.
Holy Spirit, activate.
I'm not doing anything else that the rest of y'all are. I've already
yes, honey.
We're not going to do that. We're clearly not going to do that. And Carrie Ann, you're not going to pretend like you're a dark-skinned woman. You're the same complexion as I am.
What is he talking?
You're not a dark-skinned woman, so let's not play that game. You sit there and you
race talking about? What does this have to do? You know what? We're gonna go through this. What does this have to do with your racist statements today? What does her skin tone and how dark she is or light she is have to do with what you said about your dad and what you said about us? What does that have to do with anything? I don't get it. So now you're comparing your skin tone to hers? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Pray. Okay. I just never brought the specifics up, but I can do that if you want to go there. If you want to make up lies about me, I'll tell the truth about you. Because, and I knew this was going to happen. So that's why these two fell for they were baited into saying what they said. So I know how you really feel, right? I know exactly how you really feel.
Do y'all hear this nigga gaslighting us? As if we now know how he really feels, right? But he's turning this around on us. I know how y'all really feel. Now I know how you feel. No, we know how you feel, okay? We weren't saying all this racist stuff like you've been saying, okay? So what, boy?
About me. Because instead of waiting for context for me, you wouldn't give me the benefit of the doubt, right? You wouldn't give me the benefit of the doubt knowing that I am a parent with high anxiety and I'm protective over my child. So instead of maybe that I would come back and add more context to what I was speaking about.
Yeah. Hello.
Maybe that would have been a possibility.
Yes.
Because I did nothing but windmill and try to speak in your defense. I did write a certified letter to your school, Carrie Ann, of Tucker High School. I sent a certified letter.
This sounds like some fucking racist shit. This sounds like a racist motherfucker telling a slave all the stuff that they've done that's good for them. All the good things that they did for them, right? Like, you sound like a colonizer, sir. Let's go ahead and keep going.
On your behalf of you and your character. What racist person does that?
You.
So I clearly did not include you.
No, because you did one good deed, right? That's like the white people that go to Africa, right? And they give out food to the babies with the big bellies and all that stuff, and that's the good deed that they did for black people. You know what I'm saying? So how dare we not allow them to call us a nigger? Because they have went to Africa and fed these black children, right? Like, nigga, if you don't get the fuck out my face with that bullshit, get the fuck out my face with that shit.
But now, yes, my opinion of people can change because you have shown to be a different person than you had originally claimed to be.
What?
I'm very disappointed by the both of you.
No, we're very disappointed in
because you don't know.
We are disappointed in your racism. I find it amazing how it wasn't even that fucking long ago, y'all. This was less than a year ago. This was 8 months ago, guys. And we're facing the same type of fucking gaslighting today over the same type of bullshit. Him not being able to take and accept responsibility for his bullshit. Period. Sometimes you are wrong, Stefan, and you can say you're wrong. Everybody doesn't have to be wrong along with you. You are just wrong. Period. Take your responsibility for your shit. You're still 8 months later, after calling the whole sector niggers, you're still doing this shit. And then got the nerve after calling us niggers, gonna sit up here today with your loose ass, nasty ass booty and come tell us that you be looking out for the black community and you love black women and you look out for black women. You stupid ass bitch. This ass, and we're disappointed in your daddy's racist ass, okay? For raising you and teaching you how to be a racist. That's what we are disappointed in. We don't give a fuck about you and your white supremacist racist rhetoric being disappointed in us standing up to you. We don't give a fuck about that shit.
Oh, exactly. What has went on. You came a lot later, Carrie Ann. So you do want an echo chamber there.
No, you want an echo chamber.
You do.
You want an echo chamber because you want us to just completely agree with all the fuck shit you said about the black community today. And if we don't, and we speak against it, and we speak on you, now we're looking for an echo chamber? I don't understand. An echo chamber would be exactly that. Not speaking on stuff, agreeing with everything you say, and not giving you any pushback. That is an echo chamber. And that is why you're mad, because we did not create an echo chamber for you. That's what happened.
And you are trying to cover up for whatever. I don't know what
gaslighting in college?
Mona did. I don't know. It's not.
Guys, make sure y'all share the show so everybody can see this motherfucking shit. Share, share, share.
I have not seen anything for myself, so I can't say it 100%. What I do know is I did see her say the last 4 digits of somebody's social security number on a panel, and I think that was stupid. That was dumbass nigga shit. And I can say that.
No, you can't.
As a black person.
No, you can't.
Because I do dumb nigga shit too.
No, just because you're a black person does not mean you get to call people nigger with the intent of using the word nigger. No, you don't. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm a black person, so I could just say that. No. There's a difference in saying, what's up, my nigga, and saying you nigger. That's a completely different thing. We're not going to keep doing that, okay? So no, because you're black does not give you a pass to be calling me a nigger. I've said that about Stargate. I'm saying that about you too, okay? Period, sir. No.
So don't try it. What I said might not have put my dad in the best light.
It didn't.
But
It made your
the best
dad
that he could.
a fucking racist. When your dad told you to stay away from those black people, your dad is a fucking racist. Period. I don't give a fuck about your dad.
His opinion, what he says, my dad says, is not 100% reflection on who I am.
Not 100%. You are the one that mentioned it. None of us would have known that your dad is a racist if you hadn't told us. Okay? So what are you talking about? No, you all over here nigga-splaining to us about your dad after you told us how racist your dad is. Okay? And you are the one that let us know what your dad said and how right he was in what he was saying. You are the one that told us that. So what do you mean that doesn't reflect your dad? Listen, son, let's go ahead and keep going because we're going to go ahead and get to the end of this.
I'm telling a story, and I'm saying I could possibly see why.
Let me pause it.
But Carrie Ann didn't even.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to say, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, T-Pre? Girl, I just think all of this is really, I think all of this is really weird, right? Mm-hmm. Because okay, are you gonna play the first video after this?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I wanted to go through this part because I wanted it to be fresh in our minds that he's gaslighting.
Yeah. For all the lies he said. Okay, that you're doing it perfect. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. That's so good. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to say what really bothers me about this, right? And I've said this a couple of times. When a person is angry, I'll give them some crazy remarks, especially when it's an innocent child involved, whatever, right?
Right.
But what's killing me is what's really making him sound non-black to me is this attitude he has about how we shouldn't be able to question him. And he
because of what he's done for us, right?
Yes, girl. Okay.
Sounds like a racist. I haven't. And doesn't this sound familiar? Isn't he still doing that and using that still as an excuse for why black women like me and like Carrie should not have the room or how we have the audacity to even say anything to him and correct him on anything? Still the same bullshit.
The only thing, it's only been like one thing I apologize for in the sector that I can remember. And that's when I had thought P started that fight with me in the beginning, but I started it with P. Mm-hmm. And I had apologized to him profusely. He didn't accept my apology at first. I didn't go off on him. How am I gonna tell somebody they gotta forgive me?
Right.
Right? Because I knew I was wrong. So when he went on, like, what you did hurts black men like this. It hurts black men like that. You could have caused this harm to me. You could have caused that harm to me. I was like, dude, you right. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. You don't have to forgive me. Everything you saying is facts. Like, that's how a person acts when they being respectful to the person they did something wrong to.
Exactly.
So if we're saying what you said was racist, what you did was wrong, but the fact that he is being so belligerent that of all people, you and me don't have the right to question him or to criticize him. That's why I will never forgive Stefan. I don't want nothing to do with him. Brown Sugar Baby done already forgave him. I'm not her though. Right? I just want to be clear. It's up and it's stuck. Not just for all the racist stuff he said, but for his the fact that he wants to deflect to me and shit that I said and did that he wants to reinterpret. I know that he really meant that shit that he said. So I don't want nobody begging me or groveling to me or thinking, and I wish him well. If he wanted what he said, he gonna stick around just to record me. Stefan, I don't give a fuck about you or your support. I was touched that you gave me support, but I don't owe you shit.
Right. I especially don't owe you the ability to disrespect me with race. Right. I don't owe you that. Just because you're a black person or you claim to be a black person does not give you the right to call me a nigger. It just doesn't. I don't give a fuck.
And if he didn't really feel that way about us, why is he still talking down to us?
Right. Exactly.
Why, when he's talking about Stargate or slander, he calling us stupid? He was degrading us back then. It was very weird energy. But now, and back then, I think I said to you, like, why is he calling us stupid though? Like, people disagree about who's black all the time. Like, that's a normal part of being black, is arguing about whether or not somebody is black.
Black, right?
But I just wonder with Stefan, if I had wrote a letter for Stefan and then I went on a homophobic rant, calling him all type of faggots, he going to hell, I hate all faggots do this, all fags do that. Would he think that because I wrote him a letter, it canceled out all the shit I said that proved I don't see him as a fellow human being on my equal level?
So
is that what time it is? Is that how he would feel if I attacked his humanity as a gay person?
Exactly.
Because as a black person, I'm telling you, if Stefan wouldn't have reacted this way, I might have eventually found my way to moving past it.
Me too. I would have. We wouldn't even be having this conversation right now.
Honestly,
well, I would have having a different conversation.
I can't say I might not have forgave him either because he said a lot. You know what I'm saying? He said a lot.
He said a whole. We're gonna remind him of all the stuff he said while he was drunk. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to be clear as far as with me. I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't hate you. Whatever it is you planning, what you gonna go over there with the other non-blacks and break in and Stargate and you want to team up and you want to hurt me now, that's fine. But all I'm saying is I don't fuck with you no more.
Period. You're entitled to that.
You can take it however you want. I'm a bad person. I did this. I did that. I don't have to be cool with you. And if you feel like the shit you said is the same as the shit I said, well, I don't know why you forgave me because, bitch, I don't forgive you. So, right, I don't. Maybe you more cool with racists than me. I don't think the shit I said was racist. I think the shit you said is racist. And I ain't your friend no more. If you go around cuddling up to racists and homophobes like you claim I was, that's your lack of self-esteem. I love myself, bitch. You got to respect me to be my friend. So do what you want to do. But I don't want to be your friend no more. I don't want nothing to do with you, bitch. All right. I'm hop down. Thank you. All
right, girl. All right, let me go ahead and finish this up, guys. We've got like 10 minutes left on this. So let's go ahead and do this.
And do this much explaining. So I'm not even going to give that to y'all to keep going into a whole explanation of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and shut down the live just like she does. I might even private it, just, do the same thing. I'm going to follow just Carrie Ann's playbook. See how she responds with people calling her a racist, since now she's trying to categorize and paint me to be the racist, right? Okay, yeah, I'm the racist. Even though you came in the sector, we all know what was done. It's been documented very clearly. So we all know. And I gave you a chance and I provided, and I allowed you to provide context. So don't act like I'm trying to come to you with any approval or validation from you, bitch. I don't need it. I don't need validation from a lonely.
You don't need validation, but yet you're up here in the sector getting validation over what you said earlier today while you was drunk. Okay, but you don't need. I love the people that get up here like breaking in them to be saying, I don't need validation, but always trying to get validation. Like, what the fuck?
Old woman who is so unhappy she can't even bear her own children. You are
just sound stupid now. Now you just sound like you just trying to
grow old and alone. And I don't have to.
And that has nothing to do with your dad being a racist and you being a racist.
So don't get mad at me because I didn't co-sign everything that you said in those videos they sent to the school. What I said was I did not know that you said all the things that you said that they sent to the school until later. Like, because a lot of the things that Carrie Ann said, I would tap out once she got to the racial part. That's what I said. And I also said that I don't condone what she said about Miss T. She's over there saying, oh, I don't even remember what I said about Miss T. Here, let me remind you, girl. You said that Miss T. Would be in the role of a black mammy slave if she was escorting.
Now, ain't that a different story than what he told earlier? He just told this story like 10 minutes ago and said something completely different. Every time he tells that story, it changes.
You said that. So it's amazing to me how you are able to say whatever the fuck you want to say, but I can't do the same, right? I'm tired of fucking co-signing for you, Carrie Ann. I'm tired of blindly doing it because I don't agree with everything you say, and I don't have to agree with you.
What are you talking
I
about?
want to do
what
group
does you
things like
agreeing?
you
Listen,
think.
no, Stefan. What does you agreeing with Carrie Ann have to do with your racist statements to the sector? Your racist statements about the Black community? What does that have to do with you agreeing with Carrie Ann? Carrie Ann didn't say all this stuff. It was you that said this stuff. So again, this is gaslighting at its fucking finest. Yeah.
I don't like your echo chamber.
Oh, you want us to give you an echo
chamber?
chamber?
The perfect person to be over there on the panel. If you don't co-sign what the fuckery people do, you know, it is what it is. And yes, I've been involved in fuckery myself and dumb nigga shit. The same thing. How the fuck am I going to sit and point the finger at people in the sector when I've done fuck shit in the sector?
Hey, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you being in the building. Let me go ahead and go on. We're almost done with this. Matter of fact, I want to kind of fast forward through this part because I think y'all got the point of him trying to gaslight us with that, okay? But shout out to Vita V because she actually caught what this nigga said, even though he has now taken the video down. So shout out to Vita because I'm actually replaying this from her video, okay? Not you, Stefan, from her, okay? So you won't be able to copyright strike this video, okay? Just to let you know, because I took this from Vita V's channel. Shout out to Vita V. Let's go ahead and let's play what you really said. Let's listen in. Shout out to Vita V.
I really, at this point, don't, y'all don't deserve for me to read your damn comments at this point, the way I feel with just about everybody in this goddamn sector. So now this all started me feeling this way is when what was relayed to me is that a comment was made about my minor child and by this weirdo named P. Now, P is a person that has made several comments, and for some reason, when he addresses me, he always feels the need to bring up my minor child, which is my minor daughter, right? So I find that very funny and very, very odd for a
87 people in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like.
60-plus-year-old man to be bringing up or to be thinking about a child with every conversation that he has to me. Something is that's a little bit odd if you ask me. So I didn't hear what was specifically said, but I first heard it from Drama's Live that apparently P had said something like he was calling me a bunch of fags and was said something to the effect of reaching out to my minor child. Okay, this was on Friday when I first heard about. I forget when did the hell did Drama last go live? When he did that solving mystery for P's death or whatever the hell that was. That wasn't Friday. That was another day. Whenever he did the mystery dinner, the clue type game show for solving the P's murder, right? Okay, whenever that was, is when I found out in the chat. So I'm sitting there and I don't think too much of it, but then I started thinking a little bit more about how disturbed I am about the situation. Because as far as I'm aware, I haven't heard anybody have that happen to them. Many of y'all are a lot older than me, so y'all don't have smaller children, but I do. And I know y'all don't give a fuck. I know y'all don't give a fuck about that. Family means nothing to anybody in this sector. Well, let me first finish telling everything. So I didn't hear everything specifically, but when I reached out to find out if anybody had the footage of P's live, because I wanted to review and see what specifically that P had to say. Because I would think that any rational person would find that to be something worth saving, right? You know, all these fucking recon teams in the fucking sector, all of a sudden they don't have it. They don't have anything. There's nothing that they can fucking help me with. All the recons in the world, everybody's got a fucking recon team in this goddamn sector, right? This sector is a fucking joke. Nobody had the footage. So I've waited for days for it. Nobody has it. Yeah, nobody has it. Nobody was able to help me, nothing. But when Carrie Ann had her situation, everybody was, had a footage for everything. They had footage for days, hard drive, this, that, and the other. And this person, and Carrie Ann doesn't have children of her own. And from what I hear from people that talk within the sector, a lot of y'all are grandparents. So for y'all, mind you, I know, and I don't expect any of you to give a fuck about me and I don't care about y'all, what y'all got to say about me personally. I could care, I give two shits about what you think or say about me on a personal level. I'm an adult. But when you bring a child into an adult conversation, into a sector that they did not ask to be brought into. Now, my situation is different than Dr. Nikki's, okay? Dr. Nikki put her grandchild on the phone. I never did that. I would never do that. That's the difference. I don't put my personal, well, I don't want on here like some of y'all might do, because it's none of your fucking business. I don't owe shit to you. I'm definitely not putting my damn child on a phone to fight a beef or to battle or to speak to an adult on here. And a lot of you have and I've been guilty of it too, but let me go ahead and say this one thing is I've always known what type of people I was dealing with from the very beginning when I came into this sector. And of course, all of you know how I came in this sector, right? I might make this, maybe, I'm not sure yet. I'm doubtful that I'll probably make another live going into specifics as to what motivated me to come into the sector. Because I didn't know about it before, but that's a story for another day. But I'm very disappointed by just what I heard over the last couple of days. Brown Sugar Baby, I saw her live. She was crying about being so offended and outraged that P said that, oh, she was laughing at cancer patients or something, blah, blah, blah with cancer. And then Carrie Ann got on the stage and she was like, oh, I'm so upset that he said that. Oh my God. I don't give a fuck about that fucking bullshit. I don't give a fuck what you think about or how outraged you are, Brown Sugar Baby. You are a fucking grown adult woman that has grandkids. So when you can sit there and you can let that shit be talked about, some grown ass, disgusting, weirdo man with bald head that makes a comment as it relates to reaching out to somebody's minor child, you are a disgusting, disgraceful piece of human waste. I'm sorry, you are. You only were concerned about your own self-interest. That's the fucking problem with Black people. And that's what makes me so enraged when it comes to the Black community.
Now, let me give y'all a little bit of context about this, okay? None of the people that he attacked in this video, none of us knew anything about what he was talking about regarding P, saying anything about his daughter. To this day, that whole receipt of him talking about this man's child and saying he wants to meet with this man's child, to this day, I don't recall seeing a receipt about that. To this day. And it's been 8 fucking months. So I want y'all to keep that in mind while y'all listening to this racist bitch talk about the Black community. And while he said today He looks out for the Black community. He supports the Black community. He loves the Black community. He loves Black women. Why are these Black women picking on the Black community? They are so dangerous. She shouldn't have her students. T. Pri is a danger to society, right? We don't look out for Black women. He is qualified to do this over us, right? That's what the fucking faggot said today. Now, I want y'all to remember, and I said faggot, yes. Take that down, Professor Cupcake. I said it. Let's go ahead and keep going.
You want me to talk? I'm going to talk very candidly about this. It's that Black people don't give a fuck about their community, and community means children as well. Now, everybody that's in the sector is an adult, but when you cannot even come out and say and speak in the defense of a...
Real quick, guys, I want y'all to notice the comment section on there, okay? And how everybody is in the chat confused. They don't have any idea what he's talking about. We got Brown Sugar Baby like, what the hell? Brixton is like, your anger is misdirected, Stefan. I'm like, wow, right? Brown Sugar Baby said, I didn't hear it. We're letting him know we don't even know what you're talking about, right? Just because you got into some kerfuffle or some issue on YouTube, that doesn't mean I heard the issue. That doesn't mean I was there for it, right? And even if I was there for it, I have the right to respond to what the fuck I want to respond to. I don't have to respond to everything because you motherfucking think I should, right? But listen to this bitch ass nigga fucking tell us Black women and the Black community, how he really feels about us while you gaslighting the sector. Dusty bitch. Let's go.
Helpless child. I have a problem with surrounding myself with deplorable people as you all. You people are disgusting, sick, twisted people. When Breaking said something bad about sexual abuse that was done with done towards a child when T. Pri was a child, I said something. When Remix said something offensive about who was it? TC's minor daughter, I said something about Remix to it. Nobody said anything. And if I was there, I would have been able to
But again, Stefan,
speak in defense.
I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you right here for a second. How do you know nobody said anything if you weren't there? How do you know? If you've never seen the video, you've never seen the chat room, you don't know who said what.
Of what was said, but I wasn't there. And y'all, nobody has...
Exactly, you weren't there.
No recon teams are available. No recon teams are available. And it's all right. I scheduled a live for later. But unlike y'all dumbass niggas, I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to fucking do or how I'm going to dress.
Like you dumbass niggers is what you just said. Like y'all, you dumbass niggers is what you just said.
Do on the internet. That's the difference between me and you dumbass niggas. Y'all talk about what the fuck y'all going to do all online in front of everybody for everybody to hear. And I'm making the distinction between me and y'all because y'all are y'all, dumbass niggas. Y'all are, I'm so sorry. I always have underestimated, I continue to underestimate how dumb y'all are. Y'all will, oh my God. I'm like so upset right now. I really am. Like, I am livid. Like, I am so angered by this. But I can't sit and say that I expected too much from a sector that is filled with so many fucking ingrates as this place. I am going to be done with this sector. I want no involvement with anything from now on within this sector. I can't stand most of y'all from this point on because nothing was said. Y'all want to go ahead and windmill for the dumbest ass bullshit, the most dumbest fuck shit in the world, but nobody could say one goddamn thing. about how it was wrong what P said, right? And I'm not talking about in defense of me. Hey, you can hate me, you can love me, whichever. I don't give a fuck. But when you do not even offer defense or protection for a child, I have a low opinion and outlook of what is in store for the Black community.
Yeah, but again, what are you talking about? How does what happened with this, even if this was true, what does this have to do with the Black community, right? And what does this have to do with us and you calling us racist things like you just said in regards to, you know, the Black community in regards to the sector because of what somebody you claim nobody did anything in something that you don't even know if somebody did anything or not. According to you, you're uninformed. You don't even know if somebody did anything. So your argument is mute. And while you're arguing this mute point, you're sitting here giving us a bunch of racist rhetoric.
Because when you don't do right for the children that's within your community, you don't do right for your whole community across the world, which is another reason why Black people are on the very fucking bottom in this world. And when you go internationally, the entire world laughs at you.
So like you said,
because Black people can't do shit as a fucking community.
So what you just said is you separated and distinguished yourself from the Black community. You said the whole world is laughing at you, not us. You is what you said. You separated yourself from us.
Whenever Black people come together as a group, something fucked up's gonna happen. And I'll talk however the fuck I want to talk. You let Carrie Ann say whatever the fuck she did, and you let Gary, and that's another thing, Carrie Ann, I don't agree with none of that racial shit you were talking about, okay? Because when you started talking racially, I used to tap out. So a lot of that stuff that they gave to your school, I didn't hear you say that. So I wasn't able to really speak about specifically what you were talking about. I had a general idea, but I didn't know like to that detail that what those things that you said, like about T-Free being a slave and whatnot. I don't condone none of that. That is disgusting behavior, foul-mouthed behavior. If anybody is a self-hating Black person, if anybody, it is y'all in this sector. I don't need to fucking prove that I'm Black to no goddamn body here. Y'all sit there and give all y'all fucking money to a man that has not even cammed up. You don't know if that man is even a Black or some type of Black or mixed with Black. You don't know what the fuck he is. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to dumb ass Black people like y'all, trifling ass Black people, stupid ones. Because I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up with people like y'all around. Like my parents, like my intermediate family aren't like y'all. So the things that y'all do, like Shakim always wanting to brag about having a Cash App card or getting a direct deposit on Friday, that's standard shit that normal people should be doing. I never thought it would be a flex for somebody to sit there and flex about 6 figures. That's not that incredible amount of money. Like the shit y'all do here is like, some of y'all really act like y'all never been around any money ever, any type of money. Like y'all have no home training at all. And I understand that because my family growing up were the exception to the rule. Like there were no Black people in my neighborhood growing up. And my dad made it a point not for me to be raised around a large community of Black people or go to a Black school. And the older I get, the more I see why it is. Because a lot of y'all are the problem, and it's what is plaguing the Black community is your mindset, the losing mindset, a continual losing mindset, centuries and centuries of losing and losing and losing, where you get comfortable with being on bottom. That's the problem. And now I see why. When I was younger, and my dad would.
Hold on, y'all. Now keep in mind, we about to get into the heat of what he actually said, right? But keep in mind, we got this tongue lashing from this racist faggot ass bitch because a man, right? He didn't have enough balls to go and confront that man about whatever he thought this man said. Rather, he wanted to come to a chat room full of black women and cuss us the fuck out over centuries and centuries of things that have happened to black people because of something we never fucking heard. And we're telling him, we don't even know what you're talking about. Let's keep going. I'm gonna roll it back just a little bit because I want y'all to hear the full context of what he said.
Normal people should be doing. I never thought it would be a flex for somebody to sit there and flex about 6 figures. That's not that incredible amount of money. Like the shit y'all do here is like, some of y'all really act like y'all never been around any money ever, any type of money. Like y'all have no home training at all. And I understand that because my family growing up were the exception to the rule. Like there were no black people in my neighborhood growing up. And my dad made it a point not for me to be raised around a large community of black people or go to a black school. And the older I get, the more I see why it is. Because a lot of y'all are the problem, and it's what is plaguing the black community is your mindset, the losing mindset, a continual losing mindset, centuries and centuries of losing and losing and losing, where you get comfortable with being on bottom. That's the problem. And now I see why. When I was younger, and my dad would say that, right? When we were moving, and he was picking a house. He was big on the school district. He was big on what school I went to. And he was very big on, I already said it, not going to a black school or being around other black kids. I didn't get around black kids until we went to church. But I see a huge difference in terms of how I came out and how y'all came out. Because one thing what a man does, like my father, he would not stand for some bullshit like that. My dad was a father for even other people that were in our church that didn't even have a fucking father growing up. That's how much of a man my dad was.
So I guess your dad was such a man that he taught you how to lie on other black men, right? Would your dad be okay with the lies you told on Lynn and Honor? Would your dad be comfortable with that? I'm just wondering, like out of curiosity, how your dad would react to you lying on another black man. Would it be okay for a black man to come up in your family, right, and lie on your father and say that he had a sexual relationship with your dad? Would that be okay? I mean, that was okay, according to your dad? You know, because this was a black person that your dad raised that said that, okay? So I'm just wondering how your dad would react to that.
My dad was an upright man. The closest thing on planet Earth to God that you can get is what my father is. And I can't say
the same person
that about
this
none
person
of you. Sorry,
that is the closest thing to God that you can get is a person that told you to stay away from black people, right? That is the person. That same person raised a man to lie on black men. Okay? Yeah, that's the godly dad you got.
Ass niggas on here.
That's the third nigger.
Keep going ahead and give your money to, you don't even know what color slander God is. And I'm sure somebody's going to go ahead and come out, oh, he on the way. We don't know what it is. I don't give a fuck. We're going to play that stupid, fucking, ignorant, nigga shit ass, dumb ass games.
That's the fourth
You know
nigger.
damn well there's black people all over the diaspora in every single language. So Y'all are some dummies. I don't need to prove shit to y'all about what I am, because I don't give a fuck about most of you from now on. You're self-serving, self-seeking, selfish practices that you do. You don't give a fuck unless it happens to you. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all either. And I lifted a finger because I did not agree with what was done with Carrie Ann's job. I didn't think that Shakim should have reached out to Carrie Ann's job. But Carrie Ann, what I will say is that you have said a lot of things, and you say later that you didn't say them. I know for a fact that you have said things, and then you have reneged on them later. You have done that many times. I've caught you and I've seen you do that. But what I will say that, what I will say is that you were very open-minded and very gracious to me, and not judgmental to me based on how I came in the sector. So I appreciate that. There are other people living life, you already know. But let's get on Shakim wanting to talk about pro-Black and criticize people that are pro-Black, that he says are pro-Black. If you're pro-Black, you don't contact a Black woman's job and make her try to lose it. That's when you make things very personal.
I mean, I agree.
And what the fuck do you care about anything?
I also think you don't have the right to give advice while you done spilled out the word nigger 4 times in this same video. Okay, so yes, I agree that was not pro-Black, but you're definitely not pro-Black either while you're talking about the entire Black community and how you and y'all and we and them and how you're separating yourself from such community, and your father made it distinct to you that you are separate from those people. Okay, yeah.
Anything pro-Black when you take things off the internet and make it and bring it into someone's real life, putting her address in jeopardy, her safety in jeopardy by doxing, by putting her address out there. And by the way, Carrie Ann, you did dox yourself. You said your first and last name, but you didn't say your school. They did that, so I know. But I'm gonna wrap this up shortly because I really don't want to be on here very much longer because I want to enjoy my day off. The situation with the Social Security numbers and Mona. Mona, either you or somebody close to you or that you knew had access to get people's Social Security numbers, and people, because it's popular to be on that side, are making excuses for it. Mona, you were less than smart. What? This is what I'm talking about, dumb nigga shit. Who the fuck gets on a panel and says the last 4 digits of somebody's Social Security number and don't expect to get found the fuck out? That's why Black people are the dumbest ass criminals too. Can't even be a criminal, right?
Did you hear that?
You can't even be a
Black
criminal.
People are the dumbest ass criminals too. Can't even be a criminal, right? Black people. Now, keep in mind, guys, we've already debunked the whole Social Security Administration shit where Anti has been the only one passing around actual Social Security numbers and driver's license numbers of people, okay, that she just simply doesn't like, and people that she just simply disagrees with, okay, and she can't stop talking about them every single day. She is the only one, sole person in the sector that has actually passed around someone's Social Security number and driver's license number. Not Mona. It was Anti. Let's keep going. We've already proven that through the Survivor Series. Full R. You're not calling out whoever you're talking about. You put it on the entire Black community. Those people, that you're not like, that your daddy separated you from. The God daddy, the God-like dad, that you got, the one that's close to God.
Correctly. You got to do that fucked up too.
All while telling God's children that they ain't shit.
Come at the very bottom. You can't,
All while avoiding God's children.
Excuse me for
all right, godly man.
For overestimating your ingenuity. But who says that?
Yeah, my whole
says,
family.
I don't have Social Security number. But you said the boy's
Even my daughter
last
will
name and social security number on a panel. Why the fuck would you do that? Like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Even if that,
he's the type.
even if Shakim
he went to the kind of school that they taught him, you know, that Thanksgiving was when the Pilgrims and all of them came together and everybody was eating turkey and corn and shit. That's what he learned at his school.
Say that
at
he
his
did
all-white
deserve
school.
to get what he had coming back to him. You said some terrible things to Shakim. You guys were saying about the HIV and taunting him, saying about
Daddy was an upright man, but he was
That's
a racist like a motherfucker.
Horrific thing to say. Horrific. And I know Shakim is not the. Trust me, I already know.
Now, for those of y'all that are listening to like Stefan these days, y'all have heard him on multiple occasions talk about that HIV status of Shakim, which I can't say is true or not, right? But Stefan has most definitely said that on multiple fucking occasions, multiple times. He talked about posting his jacked account. He talked about posting his HIV status. He has been doing this in the beef sector for months now. Yeah, Stefan, see, you forget what you be saying and how we got record of what you be saying. But let's keep going. We almost done.
But y'all,
I mean, you said the same shit about him. So you have said the same shit about him, Stefan.
About him. About
Stefan, stop. You have most definitely talked about Shakim having HIV. So please stop it. Please get off the moral high horse, sir.
AIDS thing and whatnot. And Breaking, you were right along with T-Pre when you gave her the AIDS address. So you ain't an angel in the sky either. But to keep caping for Mona, and I seen Brown Sugar Baby, of course she had Mona come on her stage, and Mona cussed out, I guess, P and said some more fucked up things about people. And Brown Sugar Baby just turned down the direction, just let it happen. So what type of standard do you have? There is no standard here. Not even a child is off limits to you people. And I don't
think he's lying on his dad. That's the thing about it. A drunk mind speaks a sober motherfucking truth. And I really think he was telling the truth about his dad. I do. I ain't gonna give him no benefit of the doubt. That's his dad. He said it and he meant it. Yep. That's exactly what's going on.
In spite of what I might
do where he learned that shit
entertainment, which that's coming to an end. I'm starting different in 2024 because I'm cutting myself off from y'all because I don't give a fuck what any of you guys think of me at all anymore. You guys are the most trifling, dumbest people I've ever encountered in my life. That's why you fell for the story when I came in the sector. Because you were low vibrational dumbasses.
It's our fault that you lied.
You can tell y'all anything. That's what why.
So it's our fault. It's our fault that your daddy taught you how to be a liar and a racist. That is our fault that you came in with these lying racist statements that you made. And now we're supposed to, take the blame for what your daddy taught you. Okay.
Y'all are that dumb. For real. That's why Umar Johnson thinks he can raise all this money for a dumbass school that ain't gonna fucking happen. Or that never will happen. Or that never was. Because people, they gain from y'all's ignorance. And that's all I'm saying is like we have to be better stewards of our community. We have to start doing a better job.
That's the thing about it, Stefan. See, that's the part you're missing. Nobody believed your story when you came in telling that story. Nobody believed you. Everybody got on you about that. There was hundreds of people at this time coming for your neck. People that don't even be around the sector no more. Hundreds of people coming for your neck over that shit. So what the fuck are you talking about? It's our fault. Now, let me give you guys some background on that story. See, Stefan met our sector, right, through Poetic Flacco. Shout out to Flacco. He came into the sector attacking Lennon Honor and claiming that he had been having a sexual relationship with Lennon Honor. And he showed some like fake ass picture with a booty hole and Lennon's face plastered on the picture, like photoshopped on the picture, as if this is evidence of him being in a sexual relationship with Lennon Honor, knowing that he was lying. And then turning around later, everybody in the sector jumped down his throat about that. including people that didn't even like Lynn and Honor, right? But then he turned around later on and admitted that he had lied on Lennon. Okay, so who does that, right? I'm not talking about I looked up some information and I thought that this was correct because Umar Johnson put this out about Anti-Afro. There's a big difference in that, right? And being wrong about something, taking those videos down, apologizing about those, and then correcting it and coming with the right person, as opposed to purposely trying to destroy a heterosexual man's life, right? For money. Not because you really dislike him, not because you have a problem with him, not because Lynn and Honor did something to you, not because Aida Honor did something to you, which is his wife, but because you got paid, you decided to lie on a heterosexual man and claim that you had a sexual relationship with him. Lying. Yeah, that's what you're talking about right now. Let's go ahead and keep going, though. Nobody fell for it. Nobody fell for that story. Okay? Yeah, that was you. That was all you, sir.
Than what we're already doing. I already know that there's, we're not playing on the same level playing field. I already know that, but it is what it is. If you can't change the world, you can at least change yourself on an individual level. And one thing I have learned as I've gotten older is that making challenges for $1,000 and shit like that,
sucking dick.
when you're not in the best situation professionally to be in, is less than smart. Less than smart. And shock him, that means you too. I'm sorry, I'm going to follow exactly the way my grandfather did. The way I always wonder why was my granddad or my great granddad not broke and sharecropping like y'all's great grandparents were? Because my granddad was very good financially. He did not spend a penny and saved everything. I'm sure a lot of other people did too. But I want to match what he did.
He said all of our people was sharecroppers,
making $1,000 bets doing dumb shit like that. But that's so
that would be
stupid.
Their fault, right?
This is a capitalist society we live in. And the society is set up that some people fail and some people win.
That cheap wine,
that's
child.
Just the way it is. So do the best you can with what you have around you and make those changes that are closest to you. That's the best that you can do. Because on a grand level, there is nothing that can be changed about the Black community situation unless the majority of Black people all of a sudden turn into geniuses, which we know that won't ever happen. And white people won't give over power and wealth willingly. Because if it was that easy, they would have already did it. So I needed that for me as well. But like I said, P is the one that said that. And I will address P and I will respond back to P. And I won't do that for the entertainment of this sector. I'm not willing to risk some things I do at this time in my life, have things that I can lose. And I'm not going to do that. I don't need bragging rights of being the best roaster. I'm not that new name, fucking cheap stupid.
Fucking wine. This was earlier.
I'm not that fucking stupid where I need to be known as the best roaster. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. So I will not speak about anything about how I will be responding to them because that's dumb. And if I want to be impactful, I have to move in silence, which is what a lot of y'all should be doing. And stop telling people every fucking move you do. Moaning to y'all out last four digits of social security numbers and God, and y'all was talking about it on the panel, talking about y'all new shit, and then email. Then you have Ray Triggs saying, Carrie Ann, did you get that email?
I ain't heard that since Sanford and Sundays.
Will reach out to you. I messaged Ray Triggs. Triggs don't got shit on peas.
Got a bottle of Ripple, y'all.
Thanks, Triggs. You sure could come through for her and that dumbass bullshit, couldn't you? All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Fuck most of y'all. And most of y'all ain't shit, and you know who you are. That's all I gotta say.
And that's it, guys. That is the evidence of this faggot ass, bitch ass nigga calling us niggers, right? Talking about our sharecropper grandparents and sharecropper great grandparents and how his granddaddy and his great granddaddy were different from us, you know, even though he looks out for the black community, right? You bitch ass, faggot ass nigga. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life come for me again, okay? Now you can choose to, but I just might decide to drag your motherfucking ass again with the actual evidence and actual truth, okay? See, I don't have to get up here and just talk a bunch of shit for 15 to 20 minutes by myself while people in the chat are telling you drop the link so they can correct you, right? I don't have to do that. All I got to do is pull up your own motherfucking words and put a mirror to your motherfucking face, okay? And remind you of the fucking faggot ass, bitch ass nigga that you are, okay? Now that's all and that's it. I ain't got time to keep going back and forth with no fuck niggas. All I got to do is just show you about how much of a fuck nigga you are, and then I can keep it the fuck moving. What I'm about to do is get the fuck into bed because it's after 1 o'clock at night. I do appreciate all of y'all for being in the building. Make sure, again, y'all do hit the like button on the way out. And guys, I will see y'all for the next show. More than likely, it will be another receipt show where I will be showing you guys what Anti actually said about Stargate, okay? And, you know, how she really feels about Stargate and what she really wanted done to Stargate, okay? And then also what Carrie Ann really said in regards to Stargate and how she is as a mother, okay? And the type of mother that she is since she wanted to run around, you know, protecting a fucking alleged predator, a person, and it's not alleged because he actually told us that he was touching women without their consent. Not at a swingers party. We already debunked that bullshit, okay? But yes, this is what we doing, okay? So I will holler at y'all later. I appreciate y'all for being in the building. Cher Witty, thank you for coming out tonight as well. Good night, my opinion. Beautiful Clark Slanda. Let's see who else came through. I know Carrie Ann was in the building. Philly Fastlane was in the building. Shout out to you. Clark. Tiff P, I appreciate you, sis, for being in the building with the wine. My Tree for Reals, I appreciate My Try for Reals, I appreciate you. And I just subscribed to your channel as well. Beautiful, I appreciate you coming out. Teresa and Redbone, happy birthday again to you. Mary Weathers, a new fave over here. I appreciate you as well. Black Wolf, I appreciate you coming out as well. I think I got everybody. If I didn't, don't charge it to my heart. Just charge it to the game, guys. And again, I do appreciate all of you for coming out tonight. R&T, appreciate you coming out as well. Josephine, I appreciate you. Defrauding. I think I got everybody. Oh, and KKC. All right, guys. So we're out of here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, guys. And peace, guys. Thank y'all for watching.